session. Someone, please.
I vote for NASA.
Fuck. Well, you guys found me. Nads repaired me. And then went into like some bunker thing to fix a generator. Found some goals, shotgun blasted them. Slevin tore off some heads. And then we're like deep down, and we're like going through a dungeon basically. We're into a room with some artificial ghouls, and then we ran back to this room where this robot was, we assumed, or like nuclear reactor. I was the only one fast enough to make it. I shot him. He was a Nemesis Protectron. Got my ass beat, but somehow didn't die. He rolled really shitty rolls. Got 4 in every one. Survived. It was pretty good. It was fun. And then Buck killed him. And Nads is almost dead. And I'm a little
according to
off.
his wounds. According to his wounds, he's well past dead. He has 65.
Oh yeah.
That's what's going on there.
That's correct.
That's a yikes.
Yeah, right. I'm only 9 out of 12 on wounds. It's okay.
I'm 8 out of 17. Brain's
How
my
many
biggest
does
concern.
Nads have? That's the question.
He has 65.
If I remember correctly, he got slapped up by repair patches quite a lot.
And the stim pack.
Stimpaks won't work
Well,
on
no,
him.
he can't use that.
Oh, then I need to change the
Does
number.
that work on robots?
No, they don't.
I thought I said I gave him a stim pack, and I didn't know I was giving him to the robot. I thought it was.
No, those will not work on a robot. In fact, Stimpaks are only going to work on Slevin and Ainz. Only you two.
Alright, then I need to.
Oh, it doesn't even work on stim?
Packs.
You probably have 6 if I'm going to look at this correctly.
We did get like knocked out, or like he was like beyond his threshold, or whatever. I think.
Here, we can do a real quick check.
Okay, so how much you losing here? No.
Alright, so, just remember, Hursk, it is the beginning of a new session. Due to sound investment, I get another 100 caps.
Yep, go ahead and put it on your character sheet.
Yep, and that is further boosted by my 10% thing.
Boosted by what?
I'll go to the main real quick.
Probably 10%.
It's wheel and deal.
Spin the wheel!
But what do you mean it's boosted by 10%?
Oh, it gives me a 10% increase in any cap.
In legal dealings, this is not illegal dealings, so no, it does not. You just got 100 caps, though.
Okay, give me a moment. I'll increase it. 318.
Ainz, if you could, do the rolls for my axe to repair it with the toolkit.
We can work on that when we have the actual appropriate time. So, getting started on today's game. Make it easy. Yeah, I find like a bottle somewhere that has 100 caps, so go ahead and put that in your inventory. Will and Deal is only going to work on actual transactions with other people, not that little talent you have. Okay, so this is at the immediate end. Actually, before we go any further, let's go ahead and do the story points. So, going from right to left this time, Ainz, go ahead and roll me a force die in chat, please.
The white.
Yes, the white one.
Circle one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're still going by those rules?
Yeah. Hey, I got one. Thank you. All right, Buck, roll one. You got one. All right, Vex, roll dice in chat, please. Thank you.
No.
All right, Nads, roll. Nads, roll. Nads, roll the goddamn dice.
Did he just leave?
Slevin, roll.
Right?
He's a little AFK, and is it Garrison?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's muted. I don't know what's up with him.
I'm rolling for myself. Well, that sucks. Well, okay, they're tied
Ooh.
6-6 or 3-3, so we're good. All right, so that's the distribution of all story points. So that's a good growth right there. Okay, so this is at the immediate end of the battle. The giant Protectron Frankenstein robot was finally blasted apart by the combined efforts of all of you. As it sits there and goes and dies, his last that thing. Last words are, "No, I must complete my mission." And it just shuts off. The little lights inside it blink out. Now, for the immediate vicinity, everyone can go ahead and try to get rid of the strain they have. So remember, this is going to be a cool or discipline check. Go ahead and build those. You can roll it yourselves. Remember, only successes remove strain. Looks like everyone here is a little bit too wound up to remove it, so. Vex can remove 1 strain, and then looks like we're still waiting on
And everyone
Nat to
else
get his phone.
Nat said he's
He's looking for his phone. He'll be here momentarily, so I'm not worried about it. All right, so all of you are probably just a little too wound up still. Vex, go ahead and remove the 1 strain for your character sheet yourself, since I am walking around my house right now. All right,
I got it.
so with the robot out, now remember we talked about there is a multitude of various odd going things within this facility, this antenna facility. One being that the ghouls were modified to have cleaning apparatuses implemented into their bodies. Their legs, arms, you came across a couple of them on the 2nd level down here. The giant Protectron. Now, there's a generator that's actually on right now. You can hear the thrum inside the room. Plus, there was power here with the blast door that locked you out initially. But there's cabling that is connected to the reactor that is actually going to a break in the wall. Not to the actual conduits that would power the other parts of the facility. So, my question for the beginning of today's game is, what do all of you do?
I'd like to check the computer that I used to open the blast door for any more information. Maybe some, logs, mission logs. Some of that. Directions for the robot boy.
Looking at the controls for the store, go ahead and build me a computer spool.
Okay. Wait.
Let's put in medium check, 2 purple. And we'll make this a little bit of a modified. Put in 1 black because there is a bit of confusion stuff going on here. Go ahead and roll this in chat, see what happens.
And then network intelligence, right?
All right.
For 1 boost. Or no, 1 success actually. This one? Yeah. Yikes.
You can't quite access it. What happens is you go to the door control, and it's a small little terminal just for the door, but you're getting the same thing now. There is a mix of the gibberish language that you can't quite read, and then there's an intermixing of the English language within. It's almost as if someone has been going in and just corrupting the files and the system itself. And so what you can tell is nothing. Just failed the roll.
Yikes. Are there any other terminals in the room?
There is one that is connected to the reactor. There's kind of like a main control. There's a little bank of terminals and computers that is next to the reactor. Most likely they're the controls for the reactor itself to turn on and off in various functions.
Is there anything anyone else wants to do?
Is there anything else we can do?
You tell me.
I mean, we got the generator working, right?
Well, the generator's already working. It's never been not
Well, it's
working.
never been not working. The issue is somebody's
power's
basically bootlegged
Sorry,
it.
we got the stuff. We got the power flowing back, right?
No, I don't think the
Someone's,
power is
like,
being
stealing
stolen.
Yeah. Alan, can I go
is-
inspect that terminal? For the reactor?
Absolutely.
Can I look at the wires? Do they look like they're, bootleg, kind of hooked in there, kind of, you know?
Looking at the wires don't seem to be something that's been brought outside the facility. It seems to be probably repair or just extra conduit and wiring for the facility, probably just spares. But it's definitely, looking at it, it's been the main reactor's been disconnected from kind of like the main lines, and those are just dangling above the connection to the reactor, while the new ones are streaming. They're the same material. They're just, the spare ones are just being diverted to the hole in the wall. Now the hole in the wall itself, just so I mentioned, so y'all can get an idea. The hole is roughly about man-sized, and there's no light coming from within wherever the wires go. But the wall is solid concrete with the break that's mentioned is human size, and the wires just stream to the floor and then go inside. And they curve to the left, so you can't quite see what is through there until you actually approach it.
Are those wires spliced in permanently, or is this a plug out and in kind of situation?
It was not meant to be disconnected, so it has been spliced. This will have to be a bit of a check to do correctly, so it will be a skill check to reestablish connections.
I don't think that we should mess with these cables until we figure out where they're going to.
Yeah.
And what they're powering.
My thoughts exactly. And then might be able to turn off the reactor for a bit, so then we're not getting treated by high voltage.
Do you know how to turn it off?
There's a terminal. You might be able to turn it off.
That does not answer my question.
What do you mean?
It's a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, but this is a terminal. You press on or off. What do you mean?
You can always just hit it until it stops working.
Okay. Okay. You're already irradiated. We don't want that.
I don't really want to spend too much time in.
No one in here has the ability to be irradiated.
You don't know that.
Anyway, I think what he means is this is a power reactor. If you simply turn it off, bad things happen. AKA Chernobyl.
No, I wouldn't go that far. It's more of a question of, like if you shut it, turning it off isn't the problem. It's putting it back on, I think, that would be more complicated.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was worried about too. Just turning on might not work. Yeah. See that.
I guess in the Fallout world, everything's made easier.
Yeah. Overload. We should pick the last option. We should go check where the wires are going.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like something there, right? And we can overload it and just like it's like Mr. House, and we just like shoot him full of energy.
That is not how you kill Mr. House.
But it should be. It really should be. If he was more robotic, you know.
I guess so.
Well, anyway, let's investigate.
It was supposed to be a much more complicated way to kill Mr. House, though.
Let's investigate where the cables are going.
Yeah, let's go.
Buck is going to approach the hole in the wall.
So will Vex. The actual take point is he has a flashlight on his head.
All right.
I also have a flashlight.
Flashlight?
I forgot about that.
Well, so you're quite trigger happy, so maybe you don't want to be, running point anymore.
Okay.
I'm the big tank guy, so I'm gonna go in front.
But do you see my cool helmet attachment?
It is indeed very cool.
You mean your headlights?
Yes. They're very advanced attachments.
As you head to the break in the wall, following the thick cables, as you peer inside, you smell the earthy smell of the ground. Looking around, it looks as if someone has dug out. There is dirt that kind of streams out into the interior of this generator room from the dirt. So it almost looks like someone dug from this room into the wall. As you peer inside and you follow the stream of wires, you go about 22-ish feet. making a slight circular turn to the left as you go. And you're hearing, as you get closer, a click. A steady click. Just click. Click. And finally, as you round the final section to see essentially the end of what's going on here, you come across a wooden box with the wires are streaming through a hole in the side of the box to the interior, and out of the top of the box are another set of wires that stream to the ceiling. And here you can see there's another set of cabling that these wires from the box are spliced into. Now the box itself is roughly 4 feet by 4 feet. It's a square box.
I'm going to tell everyone to back up, and I'm going to open it.
I do so. I back up.
Real quick, who was the ones that was looking at the computer?
That was Nads earlier. I mean, I don't know if something transpired while I was away.
No.
Or, let me ask this question, because I kind of forgot. Who was the one that was initially trying to get access to the glass door? That saw the gibberish language.
That was Nads.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, Nads, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Nads, are you inside this room with them, or what are you doing right now?
I guess I'm following along. I just joined you guys and was trying to catch up with what was going on, so I'm
And we're just
along.
investigating the entire thing.
Okay,
So what does this box look like? Is it a wooden box?
It's a wooden box. It is 4 foot by 4 foot. It is completely closed off except for 2 small openings, enough for the wires coming from the reactor right now. That's the cabling is going along the floor to the side of the box, a little opening. And then on the top of the box is another opening with wires streaming up to the ceiling. It's about 10 feet high. And those wires are spliced into cabling that's actually in the earth. Now, looking at the box itself, there is lettering, there are symbols on the side of the box that match the door. Sorry, that match the symbols that are on the door, the console.
Okay. Can I make some sort of a check, knowledge or something like that, to try to use some sort of linguistics, encryption kind of algorithm to try to figure out what some of the alphabetical, correlations might be?
Let's do this. Your sensors, your programming, you're going through your internal memory banks. You don't know what this is, obviously, from what we're going through. Let's go ahead and put in... Let's do a knowledge. Let's put in... Let's make this hard, 3 purple.
Don't
Okay.
forget the network intelligence.
Yep. You got the network intelligence, which gives me an automatic success. You said hard.
3 purple, yes.
Whew.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll.
And we got one more thing here. I have a talent that will help me out here. Flash of insight. Nope, that's not it. I thought that was it. Okay, no, never mind. Completely different thing I'm thinking of. Alright, I'm rolling it.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Roll.
Okay. Chill.
All right. You strain your brain a tad bit. Use some strain. Your mechanical brain. You're going through the banks.
You strain your motherboard.
You are looking at this. Now, looking at this is obviously another language. You're seeing now. It is in a way that you can't quite discern the original language. There is a mix of characteristics together, whether intentional or not. And as you look at it now, you're starting to see the similarities between Chinese and Russian.
Oh my god, it's commie writing.
Yeah, goddamn commies.
But it's mixed together. And to you, it's gibberish. But because of the role, if we delve onto this further, you want to piece it together, we'll have bonuses and we can start doing it in that if we want to go that route. So we'll record this down.
Okay.
I wish my character had real life knowledge, because then I could actually read it.
Alright, so he's in the process of trying to open the box.
Somebody wanted to open the box.
7, right?
Well, I was gonna open the box, yeah.
Okay. So, Slevin, you go, and the box is nailed, but to your super mutant fist, you just pry it open. And you hear the click, click, click in the whirls and the banks of equipment. There is a...
What kind of click is it?
Like, is it like a clock, like...
Kind
Or
of.
is it like... Oh.
Like
It's
kind
an
of
undiscerning,
steady pace?
just clicking noise. As you look open...
But, like, is it at a steady pace?
Yes, it is consistent. Almost like the hands of a clock, but it's not every second.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah.
Yeah. Well, essentially, it's about every 4 seconds this thing clicks. Non-stop.
Cool.
Looking at the top of this thing, inside is a piece of machinery that looks a mix of new and old. So parts of it are kind of clean, parts of it are very, very bad. There's parts of ghoul on it. There is no discernible control console, but there is a blinking red light that's just beeping every 4 seconds, coinciding with the click.
Is this like a rigged atomic bomb or something?
I hope so.
Game
Why would it
over.
be power if it was an atomic bomb? Pretty sure you don't have to charge up an atomic bomb.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, but
You
it could
know
like
that.
try to turn the reactor into an atomic bomb.
Maybe.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh my god, it's the 4th season of Gotham.
No, I'm talking about Atlanta. You know, the old movie. It goes boom. Dynamite.
Peering more inside the box, you see that the wiring that's coming from the reactor is going to a power terminal bank that has been opened and modified. And the same set of wires go from that to the wires that go to the ceiling that splice in with the main facility wiring. So essentially what you got is reactor going to this thing, and this thing going to the main wiring of the facility.
Why would they put it through something? Maybe it's a transformer?
Well, the facility would still be getting power then. So, like, the box just has to be using power.
So the box has a blinking, clicking light every 4 seconds,
Yes. Yes.
and it has a terminal.
No.
What else is in the box?
Just that. Besides that, the only thing is where the main wiring that's being diverted from the reactor, there is a little open panel that has been opened, and there are several, as you can tell, batteries that are lying on the ground inside the box, unplugged.
Like batteries,
Why?
as in like AA batteries or like car batteries?
Car battery sized.
Oh,
Why don't we
There's about
just
3
take
of
the
them.
wire that's going into this thing and take the wire that's coming out of it and connect them so they never go through this?
wait, does this when the wires go into the box, does it just end there? It doesn't go anywhere else?
Yeah, it connects to the pretty much electronics inside the box, little machine, and then from the same kind of output, the wires go to the ceiling. So essentially, they were using the generator to power this thing and then put power back into the main facility.
So does it look like at one point that these cables would have gone just straight into the main facility power?
Might have been here for that. The wiring that's coming from... So all the wiring you're seeing right now is essentially spare wiring. Spare cables.
Okay. So it wasn't original wiring that they cut and then put this box in as a junction?
No, because the reactor went straight to the coupling that goes to the main facility. This is just like secondary wire, just spare wire they had for repair work or whatnot.
And this is in a hole in a wall somewhere outside of the actual. Yes. Is this like a dead end?
Yes.
Why would they put this outside?
Does this room look like it's an actual room, or is this like dugout?
Dugout. It's all loose earth. There is framework around to keep it from collapsing, the dirt from collapsing. There is wooden framework around.
What weapons were the ghouls using and stuff? Were they energy weapons?
No.
No, they were using dust pans and fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. So this doesn't look like, the kind of batteries that you would put in energy weapons, right?
No, these are not fusion batteries. They're not fusion batteries. Plus, they're too big to fit into weapons.
Okay, well, these guys
they might not acid-based batteries that are just being pointlessly charged.
With this. Well, these guys are messing with this box.
Nads.
Let them finish.
They went straight for the when the water spilled on the ground. They went straight for it as if they're pretty much robots. So maybe this is a charging.
Maybe.
Do the ghouls have like
Okay, real quick, I want the other person to finish talking because he got interrupted.
Yeah. So while these guys are messing with this box, Nads is going to go back into the main room and he's going to look for some sort of manuals that may be in the same language.
Give me a perception roll. Or, yeah, perception.
Okay, what difficulty?
Let's put in, 2 purple. And then, just because of the time and just the way the room is set up, we'll put in 2 black. Unfortunately, you don't come across anything that would be manuals or any other language besides what's on the door and on the box.
Okay.
Wait, there's writing on the box?
Yeah, that's what the language is.
Yeah, but it's in Russian.
And Chinese. It's a mix. Jumbled together.
Oh. I'm like thoroughly confused. What were we supposed to do here again? To turn this thing back on and...
Yeah, to
we're sent down here to turn on the generator.
Hey Nad, do you want to try to figure out the translate this other language? Or like code system?
That's what he was trying to do. I was trying to find some manuals that I could use as a frame of reference.
Well,
like Rosetta Stone?
Right.
Well, the inside terminal is like a mix right now. Like there's still some English, so that could help trying to figure it out on top of your whole crit and force assessment.
No, I did put some controls on the terminal control. All that is actually in English.
Oh, okay.
And also there is going to be a overview also.
Here we go.
Can I briefly inspect one of the ghouls that are dead?
Okay. We're you're looking for specifically. It's a dead ghoul, and it has a bit of appendages that have been separated and re-implemented for cleaning.
Appendages as in like their arms have been cut off and replaced with brooms.
Yes, and other cleaning utensils.
Okay, what about their brains? Like,
Their
are
brains?
they still organic? Do they have like some diodes sticking out or whatever? Because you said that they're like networked together and they were being controlled by the
Build me a medicine
computer.
pool.
Oh fuck, this is great. That's gonna work wonderfully.
He's like,
want me to take over?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna do, can I just like
No, build me a
ask
medicine
I'm like
pool.
a
him to
surgeon.
do it?
I'm like
Okay.
a surgeon, basically.
Let's put in 3 purple. And 1 blue. And roll.
Oh, keep it. It's maps in the way. Oh fuck yeah!
All right.
Nice.
Looking around the head of the ghoul. There are the typical just damage, scars, just the kind of the decay of their body. But you come across a strange lump under the flesh at the base of the skull at the back. And you kind of play around with it, moving your thumb around over it. And it's actually what feels to you wiring under the skin. And as you peer a little bit closer, you see that there are actual incision marks, or one straight cut at the back, as if someone took a scalpel and sliced his head open, and then it healed over eventually.
Okay, so I'm assuming that there's some kind of chip inside there, but if they're like electronically controlled in some manner, they need to get power somehow, right? So my initial thinking is, are those batteries meant for the ghouls to have them, like, I don't know, fucking shoved into their stomachs or something to power all
They're
the
car-sized
circuitry?
batteries. They would not fit. I mean, I guess they would, but no.
Okay, that's not all right. So can we like surmise some kind of a purpose for what these batteries would even have? Because
The batteries,
this is a very strange
I guess I
place
didn't get
for them
that
to
clear to
be.
come out. The batteries in the box actually went to the machine. Eventually, they ran out of power. The machine ran out of power, and that's when they diverted power from the generator into the box.
Oh.
I guess I wasn't clear about that.
From what machine?
The machine that's in the box, the batteries came from that.
Yeah, but you said that the basically the box contains the batteries and some circuitry that's charging the batteries.
No, they're not turned. The batteries disconnected. They're just laying on the side.
Oh,
The device ran
So
out of
the-
power, and at that point, this robot or
Oh.
something took power from the reactor to power the box.
okay. So the box is being powered by the generator because the batteries that were powering it went
Yes.
out. All right, now I understand. What is this machine?
That's the thing. You don't know.
Okay,
So that
is
every 4
anybody here
seconds-
can like
Figure it out.
It clicks every 4 seconds with a light.
well, we didn't do anything to it, so I'm assuming that it's currently in as stable of a condition as it was before we came in here.
Yes.
Does anybody could anybody try to look at it and kind of figure out what it could be?
Try
Who
computers?
knows a thing or two about this?
I think that's a better computers though.
Yeah.
Is it
I
more
could look at
computers
it.
or is it more mechanical?
Actually, that's a good question.
That's also a question I was going to ask.
This thing would be probably no computers. This thing would be, if you want to investigate it itself completely, it'd be mechanical. Computers would be for an actual like computer screen login information type thing that way.
So mechanics. Can we get a mechanic up in here?
If you want to take it with the machine, then yes, it would be mechanics.
Okay. I know someone has a higher mechanic than I do.
Nads has some mechanics, but I think we have a dedicated mechanic in the group.
Yeah, I think you.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, can you, can you, hey, could you look at this thing and tell us what the heck it is?
But not by smashing it.
No, not by
Got it,
smashing
Steve. That's the wrong die.
Leadership, great.
Do it!
There you go.
All right.
So that's my mechanics that you see on the screen there.
No, I was asking to. Oh no, yours is
No,
okay.
I'm the dedicated mechanic. Okay.
Yeah, can
so
you
this is
build
my
the
job.
pool? Can you
Yeah,
build
make
the
this
pool
easy.
then?
Everyone build a mechanics pool. Let's see immediately who has what.
It's just a known fact that it's mine that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you build the pool then?
It did.
I just built it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't show up on the dice pool tracker.
Oh.
Okay. But yes,
Okay.
Naz does have the best.
Oh.
Well, out of the ones that are visible, but
He's got the best. So Naz, what would you like to do? How
I guess-
thorough do you want to be with this thing? Let me ask that.
Well, considering that we're kind of at a standstill until we evaluate what this is without
Well,
just
let me
one-
divulge some clues. You can tinker with this thing, and we can go that way with mechanics. We can also go to the generator, because I did mention a bit of controls for the terminal at the reactor. That might be some clues also.
Okay, yeah, I'll head back there to the terminal here in just a moment after I evaluate this thing. So, what's the difficulty on this thing?
Well, I just want to
Just
ask,
looking.
do you want to do a mechanical observation, or do you want to actually take this thing apart and look at it? That's going to change the difficulty.
just look.
Just look at it for right now.
Okay.
We don't want to mess with things we don't understand.
All right. In that case, I want you to put in, from a outward observation without tinkering too much, I want you to put in a 4 purple, please.
Jesus,
Yikes.
he did it. He's smoking real hard, but he did it.
All right. So going over taking apart the box, looking around this machine. As I mentioned, there's no control panel for any computer type system. But after some observation,
I got another success on that too because of networked intelligence.
Okay, that's fine. Looking at this thing, looking at various outputs, looking at a bit of things, a bit of plugs and whatnot, you're able to determine after some time that this thing is a piece of a antenna relay.
Elder Scroll.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so it's transmitting a signal someplace.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't feel like anything particularly bad is going to happen if we shut off power to it.
No, you don't think there's a bomb inside
Other
this thing.
than if it goes offline, then whoever's on the other side will know that it's no longer working.
Right.
Bombless.
Well, I mean, they could be any number of things. I mean, you don't know if anyone's
Yeah, and
listening.
then we can
It
have
could
the enclave
be
drop on our head.
It
out
could
of
be a
nowhere.
temporary signal loss. You know, there could be any number of variables that the person on the other side could interpret. You know. a
Well,
loss.
given the Chinese/Russian lettering on it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're
So
gonna
at
get,
this
the
point,
world's gonna get nuked.
I'll relay, to the others. This appears to be a signal relay. It's transmitting a signal someplace, and we should probably head back to the terminal and see what I can determine from the terminal.
Weren't we supposed to come to here to turn on the antenna? That is, here.
We came here to turn on the generator,
Right.
but the generator was never off. It was just rerouted.
Right.
Yeah, but
so,
what was the generator? The generator is powering the antenna on top of this thing because we were supposed to turn on the radio station or something to enable that.
No, the ghouls wanted the generator turned on. They think it's off.
Right. So that's because the power's been rerouted away from their antenna to some other antenna.
Yeah.
So,
Indeed.
Well, then let's just go tell them that it's on.
well,
yeah, but it's
from the terminal things, we could boost power or try overloading, and that might give enough power to do both things. So then we're not messing.
yeah,
with
sure. Let's
whatever this
overload the
is.
generator.
Well, there's also a boost power, so we can increase the power somewhat, and it might give enough so then the antenna, the ghoul antenna works without disturbing this weird antenna thing.
Let's ask this: who's going to the terminal? Because right now in my mind, I have no one at it yet.
Nads is heading to the terminal.
Okay.
I'll head over too.
So Nads, you go to the
Tyler-
terminal. You do a quick observation over the systems. Here's what you're gonna find out. The system is already boosted. We're gonna get the power draw that's going to the facility. It is currently at 40%.
Okay. And then the rest of the power, the other 60 or what is the total power boost? I mean, is it operating at 120% or what is
It is operating at a 110%, and only 40% is going to the facility.
Okay,
The
so
other 70
70%
is being lost somewhere.
going to this box or whatever else.
Presumably, yes.
So, if we tried to disconnect the power to the box, then would we get electrocuted in the process, or would we need to shut off the power temporarily, reroute stuff, and then turn power back on?
Presumably, you could disconnect it. You could, as I mentioned, the wiring that's going to the box is spliced into kind of the main connection that's on the reactor itself. And right above the reactor is the main wiring that should be connected to it. That's unplugged, essentially, or cut off. So looking at it, you can essentially take off the splice and reconnect the main wiring that's above the reactor right to it. Back to its original intent.
That's what I want to do, unless someone is going to object.
I
don't know enough to object.
Actually, is there a way we could try to figure out where the signal from the box is transmitting?
This would be a computer's.
Computers? You have a pretty good computer, don't you, Nads? You want to help me out with this?
Sure.
I'm good at medicine.
All right.
So
Let's
what
get
is
a
it that you
computer
want?
pool. Let's get a computer's pool open. We'll see what we can divulge.
Yeah.
All right. Ned, since you are fully built for this, put in 2 purple.
Oops. Sorry.
All right, go ahead and roll. All right. Going over the information at the console, as I mentioned, Ned, the thing's already boosted. The coolant is actually set to a little bit overflowing. Now, here's what is going to be divulged. The system currently is losing 7% power to something. It's a box. Looking at the reactor and looking at the controls for the antenna relay, which are linked down here, the antenna is off of its main frequency pattern. The original intent of this facility has been essentially turned off to allow an open broadcast to anything within the area. It's just essentially it's just a broadcast going out every 4 seconds.
What
And can we pick up what that broadcast is if we have some sort of
we have, like, a
radio,
radio?
some sort of a tuner of some sort? Can we tell what the signal
frequency
is?
is?
Right.
Look at the computers. You have no idea. The computer itself, because this is an antenna facility, the computer itself can't discern what the signal is. It's kind of unknown to it. Going through your frequencies in your own systems, Nads, You can't register the signal at all.
Could perhaps the ghouls be able to do it? The ones that are dead, I mean. Maybe they were tuned to receive that signal.
Yeah, could I do a medicine to like try and remove the like antennas or something from the ghouls?
If there are any antennas, or whatever chips they had in their brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Build me a medicine roll.
Can I use that advantage to reduce the strain?
Sure. Absolutely. All right, Vex, put in 3 purple.
Ooh, and then
Go ahead and roll.
Network intelligence and.
Okay. So
Oh, wait.
you delve into the
Success.
head. You succeed. You delve into the head of the ghoul, and as you pull out a bit of wiring and components, you come across a couple of things. There is wiring that is connected to the ghoul's head, and the wiring itself consists of a small little power source. It's a fission cell. Something you'll find like an energy weapon, and a small kind of receiver to accept controls. And just to expedite this same little control box with little wires
Probably
would
beefy.
also be on the Protectron.
Oh.
The
we
Protectron
could've
would have
ripped that
had
off of
the
the
main.
dead-
Big thing is,
that
the
thing.
Protectron was the one that was controlling all the ghouls.
So he was the one sending out signals to the ghouls.
Yes.
It wasn't the antenna. So these things aren't receiving the
From the main antenna, no. Not from this box, no.
okay.
The ghouls were receiving their signals from the Protectron.
Is it possible to whatever is left of the Protectron, is it possible to go into his, I don't know, memory or whatever, and then extract whatever protocols he was running, like what was the purpose of his mission and any kind of details in it?
He's been blasted
Hi, my
apart,
name's
so I'm
Connor.
gonna say
an
no.
android.
Okay, so I'm still going to hold to. Nads is going to hold to the belief that our mission was to restore power to the facility the way that it was originally designed.
What is the facility originally designed for?
Well, to power the antenna upstairs, to this facility and everything else. So
Yeah, this is a broadcasting facility.
Whole lot of rooms for an antenna facility.
Can we do a suspicion check?
For what?
Like, is this facility normal for? Is this normal for a facility to just?
This is
be
a
an
pre-war
antenna?
facility, so its original intent might have been more, but all that remains is the antenna. And even the ghouls mentioned that his thing was to keep this thing running. Just why he asked you to come down here.
All right. So perhaps there was more to it, and that's why this is so big. But ever since the war, this has just been, scavenged into an antenna.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, Nads. You disconnect the power from the box, and after some finagling, you reconnect the generator back to the main wiring to the facility. And immediately when you do this, the lights brighten within the facility. And looking at the readouts, the computer overall kind of layout in the logs, the facility is now powered to 110%.
okay.
So it was the
I'm
box that was
going
taking 70% of power.
I'm going to reduce the power down to normal levels. I don't want to risk any kind of overload or anything like that.
At the
And,
cost of the box. Or
just restore everything to a normal status quo.
Okay, that'd be 100%. And then those of you that would take a quick look at the box is currently is now powered off. No longer blinking, no longer clicking. It's just inert.
Well, we just triggered a plot point, but who cares?
Right, I mean, we'll find out later on. You know, if whatever it was. I mean,
yeah, when we get picked up by Spec Ops.
Yeah, when our vault gets raided by.
So I'm just going to make sure that the coolant readings all seem fine, that the energy output seems fine, that everything seems stable. And once everything is stable, then Nads is going to be satisfied with his work. And
can I ask you to, I don't know, if there's any kind of data on the computer that you could copy over and then perhaps look through later, even if you can't discern what it is now?
On the terminal, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because I mean, there's a couple of commands there that are not in the English, right? So, and you don't know what they are for. So can you? Like, can you, if there's any documents in there or whatever, can you just make a copy of it so that later, if we can spend some time trying to decipher it, we can figure out what it is.
Does the console seem to feed into some sort of a database, or is it just simply a control console?
Yes, this has a log of the last 300 some years.
Okay.
I like to read them all.
So if I can somehow, download that data for later, assessment, then I guess, I'll do that. It's up to you, whether or not that's something that's possible or not.
Yeah, just gonna be 8 Google flops of bytes of data.
Yeah, you fill a tiny fraction of your memory to get a whole thing of the logs.
I'm gonna start with, of course, the most recent and go back, as far as I can, and as long as my memory.
Being a robot, you can do this pretty quickly, right? Or is this gonna?
Yes.
There are 284 logs.
So looking at the log, it is reading that it's an unknown broadcast that's been going out for the last 25 years. And then before that goes to the standard English log that has been pretty much going on since the introduction of this facility, which is about 300 some years.
So 25 years ago, the language changed.
Yes.
So someone came in here and tampered with stuff.
25 years ago, yes.
25 years ago. Okay. And how long have the ghouls been here? Did they ever say?
Some are pre-war.
The ones upstairs?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we can ask
I think
them.
we can assume that the ones with cybernetic replacements were probably the crew that got trapped down here.
Well, but I think the assumption, the question is, were they made within that 25-year period, or were they here from even before then, in the state of manipulated, cybernetics or what have you?
Well, remember they said they sent down several teams and they never heard back from them. And then
how far back did they do that?
Right, and then there was the computer that was controlling or at least giving orders to the Protectron that, he got really pissed off whenever I powered off the computer.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, if something's tampered with this 25 years ago, how long has this been off? Like the main antenna, not the one in the,
25 years.
So they've been sending teams before across those 25 years trying to sort this out.
No, they've been sending teams for the last 25 years. They sent a couple that have not returned. So essentially they had a problem start 25 years ago when this all happened.
All right. Okay.
Before that, it's been
Gotcha.
smooth sailing by the ghouls' accounts.
And they've been. Who else was doing anything here? Like before the 25 years, did they come here regularly to look at it or whatever? Or
Just general maintenance. Make sure everything is going smooth. Remember, the ghoul said he is here until he gets further orders to change. His last orders were to make sure the broadcast has been going out steadily, and he's been doing that for the last pre-war time, so the 200-something years or how long it's been.
So, Hursk,
Yes.
I tried telling you before, but I don't think you heard me. I have to go in about 30 minutes,
Ooh, okay.
so I just wanted to give you the heads up.
Okay.
All right.
well, I guess. Does anybody else have anything to add? Because I think we're pretty much done here. Otherwise.
Yeah.
Now, essentially, you've completed what you're going down here to do, which was to get this thing back up and going, which it has been now.
Can we? Well, now that the antenna that was in the ground was disconnected, can we like do something to it? I don't know, like take it apart. Is there anything useful in it, or is this just pointless? Like leave it alone.
I can probably give you some salvage with it.
Okay.
Nads assesses situation stable. Mission accomplished.
Wonderful. Ein, can you repair my axe?
I don't know. Can I repair his axe when there's not when I don't really have?
I mean, maybe we can go back to town or wherever else, and then we can. Start
No, I
worrying about
have
that.
one. If I have a toolkit, that might work, and two, if it doesn't, you have the talent that lets it work. I can do the right tool for the job.
But we're not fighting anybody, and we're not technically in any danger. So, wouldn't it be simpler and easier to do it once we come back?
I would say you would have to have about maybe a couple hours downtime to repair the axe. So if you want to spend a couple hours down here, then yes. If you want to go up and talk to the ghouls, then you have to wait.
Now,
It
part
would
of our
also probably be a good idea. Would that 1 or 2 hours downtime give us a rest, which would recover wounds or strain?
Yeah, but that's once we go back.
Well, that'd be like a overnight sleep thing.
part of our deal with the ghouls and coming down here was that we got to keep whatever things we found, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so have we made any efforts of rummaging for salvage useful stuff down here so that we can benefit from our work?
That was why I asked about the antenna. I think somebody should take it apart, maybe. Who knows how to mechanics?
I do, but not as well as.
Okay, so Nads will now that there's no power to it and he's not going to be at risk of being blown up or shorted out or anything like that. Nads will go do a closer evaluation of the box.
All right. Nad's going to give me a mechanics pool.
Okay.
Let's make this 2 purple. And go ahead and roll. As you disassemble the box.
Oh my god!
And essentially, you're just going to get spare parts out of this thing.
Okay.
Taken apart, yes, this was something to broadcast a signal that was not native to the facility. And it's been doing that for the last 25 years.
Can I somehow determine what the frequency was that it was transmitting on? For future reference.
That is a good question.
It is a encrypted frequency that you actually able to discern kind of the frequency, but you can't decrypt it.
Okay. Yeah, just the frequency itself is sufficient enough for now.
We can work on it later if we have the chance.
So you essentially have the frequency that it was broadcasting. You just can't decipher anything. Plus now it's off too. So. But you have the
Right. Even if
original
we
frequency.
did, then we wouldn't.
Pretty much the carrier, whoever's going to listen in, you have their frequency now.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm wanting to know is what frequency was transmitting, so that if we came across that frequency again, we would know, that they were listening to this.
So can we, on our way out, can we thoroughly spend, I don't know, hours slowly walking out of it and then scavenging most of everything that we can out of here? Now that we've, killed everything, and then even if we didn't, then given that now that the protection's disabled, I don't think that any of the ghouls that have been, cybernetically done in are operating anymore. So this should be an empty facility, just ripe for stripping it of anything left useful in it. And we have power to it again, so it's not like it's dark or anything.
Nope, this place is lit up like a beacon again. It is up and bright. Those who like to search, I want someone to go ahead and build me a perception pool.
That's deception.
Can I add a blue?
That is deception. This is perception.
That's perception.
Hursk, would I be able to add a blue to help, or no?
Yes.
Okay. I shall do so then.
Why can't I see his pools?
I don't know if he's building it or not. Let's build a pool real quick. Are you that building it, or is it not showing?
Say that again?
Are you building a pool, or are you just not building pools right now?
I didn't build a pool at the moment. I was
okay.
Checking on my email.
All right.
That's all.
Who you give him the blue to?
Hold on. I can. Do you want me to build a pool, or does it matter?
No, I was curious if you were or not. So.
We're just wondering because the pool isn't showing up in the dice pool tracker for any of us.
At any point.
Because he isn't making it.
Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think he's building anything. That's why. Just build a pool. Just build some pool, just so we make sure.
Okay.
If anything, I don't care what it is. Just build a pool real quick. Just throw dice into the thing.
Hold on. Now that I'm actually trying to build a dice pool, it's fucking freezing on me. Give me a moment.
There it is.
I fucking hate it when this happens. I think I told you before, my computer is such shit that it just freezes for.
I think we can close. You can close the map because it's probably going to take up a lot of.
Yeah, we're done with the map.
We don't need that right now.
Okay, give me a moment.
Well, while he's figuring it out, can we roll as well? Or?
Yeah, put in 2 purple. Everyone 2 purple, and go ahead and roll. Put in a blue because it is light now. Right, just roll blue.
Oh.
Well, it's prematurely rolled right there, but.
Well, no, he said roll. And, okay, well, I didn't succeed.
There we go.
But I got 2 advantages.
Hey, but I got you a lot of advantages.
Alright, so. Buck, you found some stuff.
Lex, I think he's out, or.
Oh my god!
I found stuff. Was in the vehicle thing sheet.
Is where I will put stuff at.
Got real quiet all of a sudden.
Well, he's just typing out things. Also, you didn't roll any difficulty. You only rolled.
Oh, he failed no matter what, so it didn't matter for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, strain.
Yay, stim pack!
I wouldn't give strain for this. We're just searching around, so.
All right.
You pass out from looking around. No, I'm not going to do that.
You bent over to find something. When you straighten up again, you hit your head against the pipe and knocked yourself out cold. It happens all the time. Come on, guys. Can of cat meat. Fuck. What? Cat meat or cat food? Because this is a very, very specific distinction.
It is a can of cat meat.
Oof.
Is it
Wait,
like
who produced this before the war? Because
meat of a cat or meat
it
or
might
a
be
cat?
close or
Meat that the cat eats. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
was there like
what we
canned-
called?
Mr. Oh my God! Well, that's it. We're demonetized. Wait, that is commie as shit. What the fuck is going on here? Why are we suddenly getting Chinese stuff
No.
here?
On the can, there's still some picturing, and there's a nice little picture
nice little
of the
poochie.
the Confederate States of America before the pre-war. It is the
California?
American Mr. Wu can of cat meat.
I call them.
I mean, if you wanna knock yourself out with some cat meat, go right ahead.
It's not cats.
Hurst, you said last session that we could replenish emergency repair patches with the raw materials that we found.
Did he?
I don't recall saying that.
Now, you said that the various different raw materials, the repair materials that we found, that we could use those.
You could use those. I don't think I meant to say as you could use those as repair patches, but you could use that to repair. Because usually when we repair things, it does have a cost. You could use the materials as the cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
I misunderstood then.
there's like a repair raw material that's worth 120
Yeah.
caps.
So
in
essentially,
total.
if you repair something that requires like 30 caps worth of materials, they could use that from whatever in the vehicle sheet.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, is that all that we found, or is there more?
Let me throw in one more thing.
All right. Are you using any sort of formula for like when we roll for that stuff, or?
Well, how much,
Essentially, if you
how much
roll
material-
a triumph, I'll probably put in something nice. For a success, I'm putting a couple things.
Okay. Depending on how many successes, or just like flat one is enough.
The amount of success.
That is the.
There's a sledgehammer in here.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
All right, that is
You
everything.
How does a sledgehammer compare to my axe?
It has cumbersome 2 knockdown and 2 hard points, rarity, whatever. This weapon is damage 3, critical 4, range is engaged, and skills
Now remember,
melee.
the damage is on top of your brawn. So
So it's 3 plus your brawn.
So it's 7. So it's the same as my axe.
But its critical is 4, unlike the 3 that you would have had with, well, the edge, whatever.
No, with the edge it would be 2.
We've established that that's not correct. Or,
So we
or was
established
it?
that it is correct.
So the axe is normally a 3.
Yeah, with Razor's Edge it's a 2.
All right, gotcha. But it's broken now. I mean, it's blunted now.
It is currently broken.
yeah,
but I
essentially
don't-
it's a standard axe essentially right now.
Yeah.
So this
But when
sledgehammer is
I
essentially kind of worse than your thing.
Yeah.
It's the same
but
damage
also
and
does
worse
something better.
critical.
It's
Same
the
damage, worse
the axe-
critical, but it doesn't have the knockdown, where the axe has
Yeah,
vicious.
So this has knockdown and axe does not.
different
right?
properties.
Yeah, so it has a different effect when you actually do hit people. What does knockdown do? Like, does it prones people when you hit
Yeah.
them with a critical?
No, you have to just use 2 advantage. You knock them prone.
So 2 advantage to knock them prone.
That's just pretty neat.
Yeah, and you can take that sharp edge and put it on the hammer.
You're not sharpening a hammer. You just turn that to an axe.
No, I think actually there is something about Razor's Edge that it has to be bladed.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even allow that. That makes no sense. I would turn sledgehammer into an axe. I need to take a quick piss, so think of what you want to do. Everyone.
This isn't Monster Hunter. You can't sharpen the hammer.
So, real quick. Oh, did he already go to take a piss?
I can listen in. So.
Well, I'm giving someone else.
He can still hear us.
It is not my problem.
Hursk, are we going to be doing anything significant in the next 15 minutes in the roleplay, in your opinion?
Well, I don't think so, because we're kind of getting back and then...
Yeah, I was asking Hursk.
My intention is to go up and talk to the ghouls, or report in.
My intention is to take the sledgehammer.
And go right ahead. I don't think anybody's stopping.
Not my problem.
As to your question, it could or could not depend on how the next scene proceeds, essentially. So for all intents and purposes, we are done with the bottom part of this facility, or the facility itself. Next thing to be, unless you have something you want to do that's different than I'm thinking, the next part would be to talk to the ghouls.
Okay. Hursk, I've got like 15 minutes before I need to go.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to ask you to take control of my character, and then I can just poof?
Essentially, how I run these kind of things, if you're not here, I just kind of go. I have you kind of go to the background. I'm still going to work experience. I'm not going to divulge or diverge experience points. But you're pretty much going to be turned to a background character essentially. So there's not going to be no roles. You're just going to be with the party, so I can have you be there next session. But I'm not going to have me control the character and have players control the character. So you're just going to be out essentially.
Lore-wise, you won't be doing anything, but you'll still be with us.
Yeah, so you won't die, you won't do anything, you'll just be there with the group, essentially.
But you'll still have all the knowledge of what happened in character, I mean.
Alright, so I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for the great role-playing game so far. Next week, I'll be able to stay for the entire thing. I had to... my friends and I were doing a late birthday party thing. And I apologize for that.
Yeah, no worries. Go do your stuff, take off. We'll fill you in what happens next week. So.
All right. Yeah. All right. Later, guys.
How do you do a vote?
Slash vote, and then space, and whatever the text is. All right. Looks like we're talking to the ghouls. All right. So after finding anything, take what you want. Take what you want, and then we're gonna go up. As you exit the facility. There's a couple of ghouls that are standing at the main doors to this part of the bunker that the facility went in. The doors are open and they're kind of peering inside and they're going, "Hello, hello, did you do it?" And as the elevator opens up, and you kind of look out into the hallway where they're at. They're like, "Oh, you did it! Fantastic!" Yeah,
well,
the lights turned on. I saw that.
Yep, power was being diverted to some thing that it was broadcasting an encrypted signal, and there was a robot down there that tried to kill us, and also ghouls that were turned into cleaning machines. It was weird.
You have my thanks.
Can you tell us anything about what happened here 25 years ago?
No, that's when we noticed that the power kind of went out. It's weird. The power was still kind of here, but most of it was not working. We just figured it was a problem with the generator. That's when we sent down some crews to fix it, but they never returned. We sent some more, they didn't return. So after a couple of years, we kind of just stopped.
Is there anything that you remember that was out of the ordinary at the time, like any strange visitors or?
Roll me a force die.
Forced. For his memory.
I still use these. All I remember, there was a bit of, I think there was an earthquake, if I recall. And then after that, yeah, we figured it was just that.
All right, it was an earthquake, you say. Is it earthquake, or perhaps, I don't know, maybe a bomb blew up, and that's why the ground was shaken?
There's nothing around here. I mean, maybe in the distance, but as I said, I haven't left this facility because my main job here was to make sure the signal is broadcasting, which it's on again, so I thank you for that.
All right, yeah, out of character.
We don't
I don't
need
remember.
your thanks. We need your radio equipment.
Sorry, what's the
What was
question?
that for? Need your radio equipment?
Wait, that was
The whole reason we came here.
Yeah, that was the deal.
Oh, okay. I wasn't here when they were making the deal. So what is this even like? What's happening?
The reason we went down there was because in order for them to give us some radio equipment, which is the whole reason we came here. Well, we came here for some radio equipment. They said they would give it to us if we fixed their generator.
Right, so this is a fetch quest for a fetch quest.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This was a fetch quest to teach you guys the system, essentially. So I just had to give you guys a goal to do something. So it was a fetch quest.
All right. Well, things fixed now. So just to elaborate, there was a hidden antenna underneath next to the reactor that was taking all of the power away from the rest of the facility, and it was kind of hovering about once we powered everything on, it was about 110%. So that's probably why, you couldn't also get power up here, because that thing down there was eating it up. And then the Protectron that was in charge of the generator was maintaining that and keeping it working, and attacked us when we tried to mess with it. So 25 years ago, whatever happened, whoever came here and did whatever they did, well, they hooked up an antenna in there for some purpose that was sending out an encrypted signal every 4 seconds or something. So now that's off, and I don't know what that was for. We didn't figure that out. We just turned the power back on. So if suddenly something happens, just a heads up, something could happen. I don't know what to, I don't know what happened 25 years ago. Maybe it's going to happen again.
Did you see other ghouls down there?
Yep, there were plenty of them, but they did. I don't know who did that, or when they had the time to do it, or the facilities to do it, but they had chips in their brains that made them controlled like robots, and they got the arms cut off and replaced with cleaning utensils. They were basically janitors that did not have any free will left.
He seems a little shocked by this.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if you've seen anything suspicious back in the day, because that's not very normal even in this crazy wasteland.
Well, that's the thing. No, that's all. This is quite strange.
So you've been up here this entire time, and you've not seen or heard anything happen downstairs while you were here.
No, like I said, we sent some people inside here to fix the power, but they never came back. So we just stopped sending people. We noticed that my main thing here was, I said, to make sure the signal for this facility was broadcast, and it stopped 25 years ago. With what you're saying, this other device or whatever it was happened.
Yep.
But the signal's back again, so I thank you for that. I can hear it now. Or we checked to make sure it's broadcasting.
Are there any Protectrons pre-war? Does this place have Protectrons pre-war?
Yeah, the Protectron, this whole facility was pre-war. All of us here were before the bombs fell.
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm aware, but was there Protectrons back before the bomb fell?
Yes.
There? Okay.
So they must have been hacked 25 years ago. Well, the one that was left down there anyway. because the entire security system was on and armed against us.
I don't understand what's going on. That's strange.
Well, just like I said, a heads up, because whoever did this clearly was very capable. So I don't know who you're working for or what resources they have to spare for you, but you might want to ask for some help, because
I've sent. I've tried to get in contact with the owners of this facility, but they have not returned my messages in the last. It's been a long time. But they told me to make sure this thing is broadcasting, so I'm still broadcasting it.
Who were the owners of this facility?
Oh, it was, I believe it was Tesco Entertainment.
Tesco. They sell muffins.
So, is anybody paying you to do this anymore?
No. But I got nothing else to do. And I promised I take my job serious. I promised I'll keep doing this.
Well, I can respect that. I'm just a heads up again. Like if whatever happened 25 years ago happened, then us undoing it may cause it to happen again. So, hopefully you're just gonna stand here and not get involved again, and they're just gonna do what they did before. But then again, you're just gonna have your power turned off again, and then that's Alternatively, if you want to mess around with the reactor, which, by the way, the whole downstairs is kind of cleaned out of all the hostilities, so it shouldn't be a problem to go down there. If you want to upgrade the reactor slightly, so that if anybody comes down here to put another antenna in there to transmit their whatever they wanted to transmit, they're not going to shut off the power to the other antenna, because then the 110% of the reactor.
No, we'll keep the doors locked here and just make sure no one enters.
Yep. Well, I don't think that's going to be enough, but hey.
But anyways, thank you for what you've done. As I promised, we'll go ahead and get our spare equipment for you folks, and then you can be on your way.
Okay.
Nads would like to know, what is your current transmission?
No, you can listen in. Here, you can hear it inside the main facility. As he kind of starts walking with a couple of other ghouls to the other bunker.
I'm a complete idiot. I have 2 walkie-talkies.
Okay, so we'll follow him to the other bunker.
Yeah, me too.
So you go to the main bunker, this one that has the antenna. As you open the door, you can now hear the broadcast. And it's just a bit of music that's playing through.
Just some elevator music.
Essentially. It's pleasant music.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Actually, there's no lyrics. It's just elevator music, essentially.
Okay.
It goes,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I haven't heard this in 25 years.
Interesting.
Well, go ahead and enjoy it. And I pat him on the back, and then it's whatever.
I also pat him on the back, but a little too hard.
No, you don't need to. I thank you. You have my thanks for doing this. I already got one of the boys. Well, he's actually not a boy no more. He is a couple 100 years old. He's getting he's getting a trailer ready for your equipment. It's a bit heavy.
Trailer.
Okay. I also, you know what? No, never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind is never mind. Let's go then. I don't think we need to stay here any longer. Move on.
No, there's one thing you gotta do still. Part of the agreement, you need to fix our fence.
Fuck off. You only remember that because I said something, didn't you?
Now, go. You need to put it back up.
That was the thing I was gonna say.
Nice.
Fine.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'll make sure the power is off. You get it back standing, we'll turn it back on, and then we'll have everything ready for you to go back to wherever you came from.
Wait, this is an electrified
Yeah, well, we're gonna
fence?
have to get the trailer on the other side of it first, because once it's up, we'll have to tear it down again to get on the other side.
We do have a gate at the front. You can just go through that.
Would the trailer fit through?
Well, yes.
Okay, if you say so. If it doesn't, I'm tearing this fence down again.
We've got full power now, so I think we'll be okay. You can try. That might be kind of fun. We haven't had entertainment for quite a while.
I'm gonna go down to the reactor and smash that thing in.
The reactor?
I'm gonna turn it off.
We had full ability to break this entire station down, and we did so. I watched.
We should do it now.
You know what? I kind of feel bad for this guy, so I do want to fix the fence.
All right. After a couple hours. So it's like a couple hours to put the poles back up.
I doubt that. I doubt this would have changed much, but just maybe this works. Oh, come on, guys.
So far, we've got 2 votes to not fix it. We need a tiebreaker.
Because that's a force die, huh?
I'll roll a D.
Did you do a vote to not fix the fence?
Yeah. Did a vote to fix the fence, and we got half and half.
This is unacceptable.
I'll roll a D6. If it's 4 to 6, we fix it. If it's 3 to 1, we don't. Okay, we fix it.
So you do fix it?
Yeah, we fix it.
Okay. So after a couple hours, it's just to put the poles back up and just to repair a bit of the fencing. It's fairly easy. You get it up and running. You motion to one of the ghouls out front. He motions back. And you hear an immediate thrum. And a bit of the garbage, some of the bags are a bit of debris or branches and just debris that's on the fence immediately kind of light on fire.
You mean that was lying on the fence or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, is this just? I mean, it's just garbage burning. It's not gonna do anything to us, right?
Yeah. Especially the garbage is burning, kind of just clears the fence.
I'm gonna throw some sand at the fence.
Just a bit of sizzle. It's a very, 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 very strong electrical fence.
I'm gonna push a bit of Slevin into the fence. I'm not gonna do that.
But after you get it up and running, you see a couple ghouls are actually pulling the back end of a truck. That's just the truck part of the. Sorry, it's the
bed part of the truck.
Part, yeah, the bed part of the truck with the 2 wheels that are slightly flat, and they're actually using this as a trailer essentially. And in the back of it, you have this long antenna section of radio equipment, full of some crates, some boxes, and the metallic framework for an antenna. And they roll up next to all of you.
All right, Slevin, giddy up.
Okie dokie. And I'm gonna, is there a rope that I can hitch onto my back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna see how fast I can.
Is this bed of a truck basically a wheelbarrow for Slevin?
Yeah, I mean, it's the size of an actual truck, but he's really damn strong, so he can do it.
Okay, but how fast can I run with this thing on?
I don't think you want to run with it.
Shut up. Yes, I do.
Essentially, with the weight, you can get about a standard jog pace of the normal people here.
I'm gonna hop on the back.
You can do a slight jog.
Weekly. Can everyone get on the on the trailer and can I pull it?
You're not that strong.
Still pull it? Can I try?
Build me a brawn pull. Actually, no. Build me a resilience pull.
Well, if we just sit on the axle, it's just gonna slow him down, but he can still probably lift the thing. You know,
It's
just
fairly heavy.
Alright.
What's the difficulty?
Who's sitting on this thing?
I mean, well, we're gonna try with everybody, right?
Yeah.
They put in 4 purple. Put in 1 black because the tires are a bit flat. Go ahead and roll.
Fucking.
Well, you do have jog pace, but you make yourself a bit tired.
Can you please give
World
me 4
star.
strain and not 5? Because 5 will knock me out.
You got 4 strain. You are sweating
you.
super mutant sweat. But y'all head off into essentially the sunset with Slevin carrying this big ass trailer truck bed with radio equipment at the back of it. You got your fetch quest items. Now it's just to return to the town of Mesa, and then we're good to go.
Well, since I'm doing this, can I hand my axe to Ian and can he fix it? Even though he's not here?
Well, not in the back of the truck.
He can fix it. I'll let you do a story point, he'll fix it. We'll make it easy.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, and so that's essentially the end of that part. We now go to, because some of you are new, so I want to show the second part of this. So, the entire thing was a bit of just a very introduction story type thing. So I'm trying to think of a way to actually run this game. One being just obviously the standard way I kind of do it, and Mike will know, story type stuff with a story. I have a story for this game in mind, and then secondly because Fallout type of like a hex crawl situation type thing. So we're gonna show the map of Scone.
We're heading back to...
Yep, right there.
Back to Mesa, Arizona.
Town Mesa, not Arizona. Maybe it's Arizona. Who knows? Before we do this, I actually need
There's a town called Mesa, Arizona.
Almost heaven.
I, for some reason, am having low blood sugar. I don't know why. So give me a second. I need to get some sugar in me.
How can you tell that?
I start shaking.
Lightheadedness?
I can feel it. Yeah, my hands start shaking, and I just feel very cold.
Oh shit. Yo, dude. Like sometimes I also shake. So perhaps maybe that is it.
Sometimes I shit. That's my teeth.
Are you just literally like grabbing sugar and putting it into a cup of water?
No, I'm getting some candy.
No, okay.
Just pour brown sugar down your throat.
I mean, when you were like, 8 years old, that shit was delish.
Still is.
Sugar water.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar water?
Nothing
No,
gonna
that's
kill you faster.
got lemonade, but without the lemon.
I mean, when the times are tough, am I right? Holy fuck, it's 6 degrees outside? Jesus.
Where is it?
I mean,
Use more Celsius.
Celsius, I'm aware. So am I. I'm in Canada. Still.
Oh, thank you, you beautiful bastard. Yeah, it is actually 6 degrees outside. We got a cold northern front from Scandinavia blowing in right now.
Tomorrow we're supposed to have a heat warning.
Yeah, we had that 2 days ago. We had like 35 degrees in the shade, and now it's fucking 8
Alright,
or
let's just
6 outside.
All right, so we got this map. All of you, let me go ahead and get the location marker. So I have one now.
All right. Whoa.
Way back.
Oh, there it is. That is what we're using for all of you.
I absolutely love the cold.
So do I. Okay, so each hex or each square is about 10 miles. Here's how I'm going to do this. We can go a bit of the hex crawl, the square crawl, as we say, and discover things. It could be encounters, it could be story, it could be just a bunch of things, how you get some loot, and it's just kind of having a bit of that slight video game Fallout experience. Or we can go straight, skip right to town, and continue the story.
Well, considering that we're pulling a trailer full of expensive shit, I don't think that we should mess around too much, at least for now.
Yeah, let's just head to town.
So, I vote for right now to just go to town and fast forward with that part, but I would be fine as far as a continuation of the story to do like the hex crawl, exploration, kind of like a Mutant Year Zero kind of exploration thing.
Yeah, I'm cool with the exploration too.
That's where I kind of get a bit of my inspiration from was from Mutant Year Zero.
But for now, let's just, considering that
game.
From the point where we started, I'm kind of thrown into the middle of this as a player, so I kind of want to get to town and hit that reset point, if you know what I mean. So we can figure things out from there.
What's this other town that's on the map? The one just north of the biohazard symbol.
Oh, is it like Exxon?
That was the town that had all the swarm of rats.
Okay.
Rats!
It was survivors. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the dude.
So, to continue on our story, you travel 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, about 80-ish miles. So it's about 4 days of travel with the load and the carry. And since we're going to do a bit of a time jump to go straight for the story.
Can we do some healing rolls and stuff along the way?
Yeah. In fact, everyone here, all the strain.
Everyone feels all strain?
Yeah. You would have enough day. Just to have an overnight sleep would get rid of all the strain.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly hurt, but everybody else has been pretty beat up.
Don't you heal one for a rep?
No, you do. You get one natural healing roll, I think, and then wait, is it a roll or is it just wounds that are flat?
I believe is it 1 HP a day?
I'll look it up if you want me to.
Yeah, it's 1 wound. Alright, so everyone heals automatically 4 wounds.
And then we can do rolls as well daily or something, or?
Just make this easy. We get 1 roll each.
Sure. Well, I don't need mine, so if somebody wants to take mine.
Roll of what?
Healing. Medicine.
I know, but what do we roll? Oh, medicine.
Yeah.
Can the medic do that, or?
I'm just gonna help with that.
Well, it should be the medic.
Can his role apply to all of us, or?
Yeah, make it easy, just for expediency. Vex, since everyone is not that hurt, put in 1 purple. And since we're going in a bit of days, put in 2 blue. And roll. Alright, everyone can heal 2 wounds.
And can we do, for Vex in particular, some specific crit heals? Because he's got, I think 20.
He's got 3. So, Vex, you want to heal yourself with the crits, or you want someone else to do that for you?
It's a lot harder for him to heal himself.
Yeah, it's to increase their 2 difficulty.
Vex is a robot, so I should be able to heal him with my mechanics.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna heal Vex with my mechanics, work on him a bit, and see if I can get him feeling better.
All right, build the mechanics pool. We get 1 a week. All right, so do you want to do the one that is the most severe or the one that's less severe? You want to do 1 out of the 3.
What does he want me to do?
Well, currently
he's not here, is he?
I think he might.
Sorry, I'm retarded. My mic was muted.
Oh, ouch.
Okay, the worst part is it's not even that I like press the button. I like flip my mic up to close it and turn it off.
Yeah, we have that too.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Okay. I want to remove at the brink.
All right, so put in 3 purple there, Neds.
Not get strained a bunch.
Does that still affect them?
Worked.
3 purple, not 4.
What does that? Do none of them heal over 4 days of rest?
Nope, it's once a week.
I mean,
yeah, once a week you can make a natural healing roll to get rid of one of them.
All right, Neds. Because we have a robot working on a robot, put in 1 blue. Why not? You already get that from the thing.
I'm gonna help.
Go ahead and roll. Can we get rid of it? You got rid of his at the brink crit. Fantastic.
Nice. I love you, Nats.
I don't think.
No robot.
Are you capable of that emotion anyway?
Excuse you? Sounds like some.
Can I attempt?
We have a botmance going on.
Exactly.
What about his wounds? Does that medicine roll apply to him as well, or just?
Nope, that is for his crit.
Yeah, I know, but the before one was the medicine one that we rolled to heal wounds on everybody, and I guess Nats used it on himself too, I guess, which I think is kind of,
I do have 2 criticals myself, but as I said, it'd be a lot harder for me to work on myself than someone else to do it.
Sure.
So if there's someone else
what do you have, Nats?
I have 2 level 2 wounds, or crits.
Those are 2 difficulty?
Mechanics on you.
Yeah.
He can probably, Vex can probably, like, just naturally do that.
Maybe.
Networking and...
Yep. Vex put in 1 success, and then 1 blue.
Oh.
Well, not 2, just 1. There you go. Easy.
Alright, you get rid of your crits there, Neds.
Alright.
4 successes, did that get rid of 2 level 2s?
Nah, it doesn't.
Damn.
So he's still at 8 wounds out of 12 though, Vex, I mean.
Yeah.
Did you not lower by the 2 for the medicine roll that Nats did?
I didn't do that.
Because Nats did it, he used it on himself as well, so it's like, whatever, let's just...
Alright, so now we're going to do a bit of a jump. Traveling the 4 days through the wasteland, heading back towards the town of Mesa, not Arizona.
Not Arizona.
You eventually get to within several miles of Mesa. And as you approach...
It gets nuked.
You're slightly correct. But it's not a nuke. As you get there, it is just a ruin of a landscape.
God. Wow. I am so surprised that it's burnt to ash.
It is burnt to ash.
Why did we suspect this, or?
I suspected this out of character. Slevin would not have suspected this.
Well, you suspected this due to us turning off the signal in the needle.
Was the town a wood structure town?
Yes. A mix of wood and just scrap metal. You have the kind of the remains of a bit of the vehicles that made up some of the walls and some of the structures, but it doesn't look like a bomb went off. It looks like
raided.
Like a large group of raiders went through and just destroyed everything and left no one alive.
Yeah, we're not going to get paid now.
Does it look like there's still any sign of activity here?
It is deserted.
How
There's
Hursk of you? I mean,
Okay, are there not even any corpses?
Sorry, Mike, what do you want to say real quick before I go any further?
no, I just how Hursk of you? Because like this is like I'm getting Star Wars vibes.
How are you getting Star Wars right from this?
Because like every time we did anything in Star Wars, things got worse before they got better.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of my style. I guess that's my style. Yes, as you look around, there are bodies. And the bodies are, well, full of a mix of bullet holes and puncture wounds from stabby stuff, as well as broken bones from smashy stuff.
Nice.
And looking around, you do see that everything of value has essentially been looted. You come across several other bodies of people you don't recognize, but they themselves are covered in tattoos. Not in the sense of tribal nomadic tattoos, but of slaver and raider tattoos.
Okay. Are there any tracks showing a direction?
Before we answer that question, how many people are we talking about here?
So the town of Mist only had a couple hundred. So.
No, but I mean like the raiders. Like, how big a party was this?
Let's see. Let's go ahead and get survivor rolls.
Because before we want to go mess with them, we want to make sure that we can actually mess with them, you know, instead of just suicide diving them.
Oh, I wasn't going to go hunt them down. I just wanted to see which direction they came from, so that we would know.
So that we can go the other way.
Right.
Go ahead and put in 2 purple. And then put in 2 blue because the tracks are fairly easy to see.
Hey Vex, can you also do that, or what are you doing?
Sure. What roll are you making?
We're all making basically the same roll.
We're all making the same roll. Survival 2 purple. There you go.
Oh, he's actually better at it.
Vex is slightly better.
Thank you for actually, you know.
Yes, right.
Someone's probably gonna.
Ooh, all right.
Everyone, but me succeeded.
So, you looking around, y'all seeing the town of Mesa. You've all been within the town of Mesa for the last several months or whatnot. And so it brings a bit of maybe a tear to your robotic eye, seeing that the town of Mesa has been wiped off the map. But looking around, looking at the tracks. The tracks came from the south. They head towards the southwest. They came from the direction and they went back that direction. They didn't continue on northwards because they might have ran into you if they went northwards still. And the amount you can discern is around 50.
Oh, that's easy.
Easy peasy. We can take that in like a 5-day period.
Problem. Yeah.
Just one at a time.
That's not bad.
10 a day, not a big deal.
There's like 5 of us, you know. 2
Yeah.
each.
They totally don't have like machine gun. They don't have like Humvees mounted machine guns or anything.
Oh yeah,
I think he said anything of value in the town was already taken.
But you see everything that might be hidden.
But...
So I will still allow a roll because there might still be stuff that are hidden that the raiders have missed. But essentially, a raider group went through here and destroyed everything.
Before we go on with any of this, what the fuck do we do with the radio equipment?
Ah, that's the question.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna get paid, people. So let's throw it on the ground.
Yeah, so, what, were you just gonna leave it here? I mean, it's not useless. It's not completely worthless.
Well, it's not useless, but I definitely don't want to haul it around for the rest of forever.
Yeah, so maybe we should hide it.
Yeah.
Is there any known towns anywhere around here?
Are there any caves we can make a base in?
I mean, if Hearst just deleted the only town in the area, that would be great. But...
So here was my intent.
I need
with
to
this.
go for a second. Like,
Okay.
not for a second, but like for 5 minutes.
Alright.
Okay. So I'll explain my intent of this entire thing. So my main thing with this map and with this starting little fetch quest was just to get you guys familiar with how Genesys and Fallout and all this plays out. And so my goal was to have you go get the stuff, come back, town's destroyed, leaving this as the start of an actual hex crawl type thing. And then because Mike knows the way my style kind of goes with stories, let the story kind of develop and evolve. I have the main story that's going to be, I mean, it's not going to be revealed right now, but it's going to be in the background, already having events going on. But the minor stories, the minor plots happen based on what you all do. That's how I run all my games, essentially. So I'm going to start this as a hex crawl right
Naruto.
now. Huh?
It's Naruto, basically. We got filler in between, and then once in a while we get the main plot episode.
Yeah, essentially. So essentially what I do is
was really bad.
I'm gonna start this as hex crawl. You go anywhere you want. We start building stories, and I start evolving a story from you all. I'm like a reactive GM essentially. Now there's one town nearby. You all know of right now. You do have the right equipment to actually start a town because, like I said, I am kind of incorporating a bit of the Fallout settlement type thing.
Another settlement needs your help.
Just not with Preston Garvey. The settlement building from Mutant Year Zero and this, I think it'd be kind of interesting to have own settlement kind of like started. And so you have the radio antenna to maybe start a settlement somewhere. So right now it's a bit of hex crawl, and then we develop a story from that, with my main one kind of being interwoven in between.
I just want to say that's really what I want to do is make a radio station or like a little village. I really want to have a radio station, please.
That's cool. We can do that. We probably should. Although I don't think that doing it here is a good idea.
Probably not.
So it'll kind of be like Fallout 3 where we establish our community or whatever.
Yeah, that's all I wanted because, like I said, I really do like Mutant Year Zero, which has a whole stumbling thing inside it. And I think it just fits with Fallout, so.
Right. So, oh look! One of the raiders left a vehicle behind.
Ah. You're not wrong. In a sense that a vehicle is not left behind, but you see tracks. And what's interesting is, because you're carrying the truck bed with you, that does leave, obviously, tire tracks because they have half-filled tires. So you can't put air in them because, well, that's not going to happen here. But as you follow the trail that the raiders left, they had some type of also trailer-type vehicle, because they're still very, very rare in this world. They had one also with very, very wide tires. And you see that, and you actually make out it now because the wagon trailer you have makes the same kind of marks on the ground that whatever the raiders had also carried with them.
Lamar, it's the front half of the truck. Without the bed.
That would be beautiful. I'd like to use a light side point and make that happen.
I already did.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Wait, what?
You know how we have the bed of the truck, like the back axle and the frame for the bed?
You're not going to be funny right now, no. That.
No.
I'll put in vehicles, but I'm putting that easy.
No, not. It would be the front half of the.
Yeah.
It's not a vehicle. It's just the front half of the truck. But we have the other half.
They're pulling around the front half. We're pulling around the
that
back
we
half.
lugged around for 4 days.
Okay, sure. You have the front end of another truck, slightly different color, rusted and pitted with marks from the elements of all these years. But it looks like you can combine them and push it. Obviously, the motor with inside is gone, but you're able to. Hey, it's a stroke of luck. We have a somewhat vehicle we could push around.
Now all we need to find is an engine.
Yeah. Well, we have one. It's called Slevin.
It's just Fred Flintstone.
Exactly. It's like a pack mule, or like Knox. Well, Slevin is. It's so mean.
Well, I'm not familiar with. I mean, this whole thing went into fusion reactors and stuff, so I'm not, you know, I don't know how these work, and
Yeah,
essentially,
I have a really deep understanding of them.
they ran out of oil in the world, and so they went to miniature nuclear reactors.
Yeah.
So
no, I know,
that's the
but
bottom line.
what I'm saying is I don't know how to, because in real world, when you have a truck without an engine, you find an engine and you shove it in there, but I don't know if that's a feasible. Because I mean, it's not going to be a combustion engine, so it's got to be a fusion engine. So if we have a fusion engine, first of all, how fucking big is that? And second of all, how do we even?
I mean, they'll fit
they're
in
about
the truck.
car size.
So.
Well, I think the easiest thing we could do, before we find another vehicle that has an engine in it and try to figure that out, is rig up some wheels to be powered by like microfusion cells or like fusion cells.
Oh, can we do that?
I don't know. Mechanics, computers.
I mean, we're extremely inefficient, but
yeah,
like power armor is powered by fusion cores, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I mean, for all those servos going and what it does, you could probably move some wheels for that.
It's all rare, and that would be requiring blueprints to do, which you can find in the world.
And is it worth it?
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be a temporary solution in the first place.
Mad
so.
Max.
But there is a reason why there's no real vehicles Mad Max right now. It's rare to find working vehicles inside this world.
Fair enough.
I mean, well, first of all, like if we want to start a settlement, the issue is, well, we're not going to lug the thing around for another 5 days because Slevin is going to keel over. But
could be. I don't know. Let's find like a mountain or something.
So what was that settlement to the northeast? Was it inhabited? It had rats, you said?
It had people. So when they went to the settlement, it was actually in the midst of a ruined city. A ruined city. And they encountered the rats because the people inside the town were actually getting food. They're using the rats as food, and they were actually swarming them to capture them. That's how they actually found the group. So it was a peaceful town. They did actually let the players go, and nothing really bad happened. So that is an actual town right now you can go to. And then we can also kind of just explore and see what's right here. Because right now, the starting part, this is going to be a hex crawl. For the first few hexes, and then we can just go from there.
Okay. And one question for you regarding the map. Is this like a map that we found, and so we're following some landmarks, or should we completely disregard the things that are marked on the map?
To make it fun and me to work my improv, we're going to say the landmarks on here are here. This is an old map that was given to you by the town of Mesa, not Arizona, before it went up in kaput. And so, so what's on here was written on the map. Now, whether it's true or not is up to debate. But what's on the map is on the map.
Okay. Nads will suggest that we go to this wreck, and perhaps that will offer shelter.
Hey, what happened while I was gone?
Well, not much.
Wait, what's the cube? Can we go check that out?
So what's going on?
We're deciding where to go next.
Yeah.
What are the options?
Well, I mean, Nat suggested we go to the wreck, which... Well, first of all, I agree with. Second of all, a wreck is a very good potential structure around which you can build a town. Which I'm surprised if... What?
A wreck of what?
Look at the map.
Ship?
That's to the north of us.
That could be really cool.
Oh, right. I forgot the map.
Rivet City? Question mark?
You know of Rivet City, but I've heard of it. It's not Rivet City.
Well,
in fact, to make it easy, none of you have been to that wreck. It's written on the map, but no one's ever been there yet.
Let's do it.
It could very well be a town or a settlement.
Could be.
How do you do it? It's like such vote?
Well, you can look at the map and see. You can look at the map and see what is going on around there. I mean,
what's trade?
What?
Is that marking the tower right there? Is that like a trading outpost?
No, I think it's the little bridge thing. Oh no, wait. Actually, it might be the tower. Maybe it's maybe some kind of a trade thing or whatnot.
Let's go to the wreck.
And I'll say, to make it easy, these M's are mountains.
Dude, even better. Got
Yeah, a
mountains on
radio
one side.
station on top of a mountain. That's exactly what you need.
Oh, well, I mean, but
All
like
from
by the
radio.
wreck, we got mountains on the left, ocean to the bottom. That's
I don't think that's an ocean.
I
River.
don't want to talk about it.
I don't want. Okay, can somebody explain to me the not Arizona meme?
Mesa, Arizona is a city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mesa, Arizona is a
So
thing.
this is Mesa, not Arizona.
Yes, this is Mesa, not Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, so we're in Arizona. No, fuck you. That's the meme.
I get it.
He
now.
doesn't-
The
he
town of
doesn't
Mesa,
want us to
that's not
recognize
associated with Arizona. Like I said, right now I don't
Right, and
have
we-
a location in the U.S. set right now for this game, so.
Are we gonna keep the radio equipment with us, or are we gonna leave it here?
I
should
say
take
we
it
bring
to
it
the
with
wreck.
us.
Yeah.
Take it to the wreck.
How far is this? Like a day of travel away?
Okay, so here's essentially each square is 10 miles, which means every day you can move at the a comfortable pace 2. You don't hit any weird terrain. Like mountains probably be 1. You can go more than that, but at that point you'd be going through actual
So it's just
resilience
another
rolls.
2 days of travel.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're like right there.
So to
We
get to the
can do
wreck,
that.
we're gonna do the hex crawl. So you can experience the hex crawl event, essentially.
All right,
I say we go for it.
let's
Go hex
do
crawl.
it. Hex crawl. Hex
As we
crawl.
could say, we in it.
We out here.
Yeah, we out here.
Okay.
We in this bit.
But to see if anything was left behind, hidden, or accidentally
Oh, yeah,
missed
that
by the
too.
raiders, everyone go ahead and build a perception pool, please.
Can I do some retroactive rolls as well? By the way,
For what?
for example, me trying to divulge some information from the locals about perhaps some of their favorite locations in which
What locals?
they could have.
You're
One
the only locals
of this
around here.
town.
That they're all dead.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking retroactively before we left because I wasn't part of the session.
What do you want to do with the information?
I mean, use it to search those specific locations to see if the raiders missed them.
No, this would be just general roll for everyone. So just build perception.
Maybe there was an armory that they couldn't open.
Yeah, like, is there anything special? You know, like,
Who knows? It'll be
Well,
based
they
on the roll.
definitely would have
If
found.
you get a triumph, it might be one. So
okay.
that's kind of what the reason for the roll. If you get a triumph, it might be something that was good.
Facts, build the pool.
All right. So because this has been looted by raiders, it has been thoroughly searched. We see how well it search has been. So I'm gonna roll me a force die, please.
I'll roll it.
Ooh, okay. Let's put in 4
you.
purple.
Ah, dang.
I'm getting everything. Just watch. Just
And
watch.
roll. Let's see if anything was left behind by the raiders. Last one! Oh, all right.
So
Unfortunately, the raiders were very, very thorough. They took everything. There's even a couple of armory vaults that were like in the ground that had been exploded open. But when they exploded open, it destroyed the contents. There's some weapons inside. There are now just in pieces and bits. So, we now go to the hex crawl as we head towards the wreck. So, what I want is everyone to go ahead and decide where to move the marker. And then we're
We'll
just
go
rolling.
straight north, because
One place north.
yeah, just straight north.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, remember, you can move 2 hexes freely, but we're going to do one at a time. So you can essentially I'm going to tell you what is in interest there, if anything. You can tell me if you want to explore it or just continue. And then we just keep on going. So,
actually, it's a square crawl.
It is square claw.
Oh.
I want someone
Yeah. Okay.
to go ahead and
Where?
figure out is going to be the person that's kind of leading the way. It's going to be a survival
I have no
roll.
Perception.
One person.
So not it.
I think Vex is the best survival.
Yeah, there was someone that had a yellow in survival. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
There you go.
Now, we need someone that is going to be kind of a lookout to make sure that nothing happens upon you, like raiders or bandits or raiders or bandits.
I have a scope.
Is that perception?
Yes.
Yeah, but I have a scope
Okay,
on
I'll
my
do that.
sniper, on my rifle. I have a scope. Would that be a boost?
Oh.
I will give you a blue.
All right. In which case, I'll do the perception thing.
Now, we
'Cause I
are
think
traveling a
we all
couple
have
days,
the
so
same perception.
we need to get provisions if you need provisions. We do have a couple cans of the cat meat, which are good for 1 day for one person.
I want to raise a point here. I think only Slevin eats.
Yeah.
I'll pretend
and,
to eat though.
What's his name? Does it aim something?
Oh no, well, yeah. Well,
He's not here. So it's like I say, he's not here. I'm not gonna worry about it. So it's just for the group of you. And luckily, yeah, we have 3 robots
Okay.
essentially. So
well, I
find that way.
have to waste food and pretend that I eat.
okay, so then we do that. So if you don't need the rations, then we can avoid that and have more of perceptions. Or if we need to actually hunt and scavenge for food, we'll also need survival.
Well,
Okay. All right, let's
I'm gonna eat a can of meat.
Okay.
And just so we don't waste rack, let's just say no.
starve. Yeah.
Starve.
I mean, the three of us don't have to eat, so.
Yeah, we did pick robots.
But he's just
I'm
Why are you
gonna
starving yourself?
pretending to eat.
I'm gonna pretend that I have my own rations still that I'm eating, like some crackers or whatever.
Like,
The
oh, no, I
never
already
ending
ate.
crackers.
Phantom crackers, you know. I'm not gonna share them. Just say that when I'm hungry, I munch on them a
Okay.
little bit.
Which also means that Slevin and Naz,
Can I help?
if they're doing anything, they can do perception. They can help out looking around.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Can I help spot for Buck?
You can either do it yourself or you can help out by giving Buck some more.
I'm gonna help Buck.
Okay. What's your pool? Your base perception pool? I think it was all
It's
still.
the same.
it's the
Everybody's
exact
got
same
the
as-
same.
Okay. They give a blue to Buck.
And I will help Vex with pathfinding.
Okay.
Nice.
So give him a
And
blue.
that's Nad.
Bam.
All right. Now here's the fun thing. I want both of you to roll that in the dice tower.
Uh-huh.
How? Just drag it to the.
Drag that on the top right there, just like that.
Okay,
There you
so,
go.
And then that way you can't see the result.
Where you can't
Oh,
see
wait, did it
shit.
roll?
Did you see the results
Whoa.
or no?
No, I didn't.
No,
Okay.
no.
Did you
Vex,
get it,
you didn't actually roll. It didn't catch for some reason.
Yeah, I just let go.
Fantastic.
Thought I could let go in the box and have them go back. No.
Alright, so now I do a couple of things for myself. I'm gonna determine kind of going a bit off of medium zero, if I think one of you know it. I'm gonna roll a couple dice, and then that's going to be pretty much the difficulty for the perception and the survival, and then we will roleplay or reveal as we travel what you come across and what happens, whether good or bad.
I hope all that. I hope it's a total party kill.
All right. You travel about 10 miles carrying the trailer with you. And as you're going, the layout of the landscape ahead of you is the standard wasteland. And you have a bit of ruins in the far distance. You can see just the spires of the town. It's way off, the fingers into the sky a little bit. And as you're traveling, you notice that it goes a bit easy. The ground is hard. Travel is fairly fast, with Seven pulling the wagon. And as you're going across a bit of dunes that have been risen up by just the wind that's blowing, with the shrubs around the landscape, the ground starts to get a little more soft. And as you're traveling, it gets even more loose. And eventually...
Perhaps we should go somewhere else.
Well, that's what you encounter. As it gets a little bit harder for you, Slevin, go ahead and build me a athletics pool, Slevin. In fact, I want everyone to build me athletics, please.
Nads avoids difficult terrain.
Yes, so Nads, you're fine.
Bam.
That's gonna end terribly
In fact,
well.
Nads, you can help out with someone. Who do you want to help out?
I will help out Vex, since I'm kind of helping.
He's fucking
him
almost
guide.
dead.
Okay, Vex, put him on blue in your dice pool.
Okay.
Now, here's what I want to have happen. I want Buck and Vex to go ahead and put in 3 purple. I want 7 to put in 1 red and 2 purple.
Oh, we're gonna lose the trailer. Hey.
And then 1 black for the trailer. Go ahead and roll, gentlemen.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I mean, that wasn't that bad of a failure.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fail.
A
but
failure
at
is still a
least there's
failure.
no-
As you're traveling, the ground is getting more soft and more soft, and eventually you hear Slevin do a bit of a maybe not startle because he is a Superman, but of a yell in anger, maybe in just frustration, as he's pulling, and the trailer goes deeper and deeper into this ash-ridden landscape. It's getting a little bit harder to breathe when all of a sudden the ground starts to kind of bubble a little bit. Air pockets kind of pop up as you all start to sink in this enormous dry quicksand pit.
Is there any elevated positions?
There is a bit of a grouping of rocks in the far distance.
Okay. I'm gonna fire my grappling hook.
It's going to be long range. What's the range of your grappling hook?
That's good question.
Far enough.
Okay. So this sand is essentially grabbing all of you. Someone roll a force die in chat, please.
It's up to me.
Okay, so you need to move a little bit. We'll get to that in a second. Someone roll a force die, please.
My force die doesn't work when I roll it.
Okay. Vex. As you're trying to move forward, a bit halfway stuck in the ground, so the ground comes up to all of your essentially waist, essentially. You hit something hard in the ground, not quite sure what it is, but it kind of impedes your movement. But this is where y'all hear a bzz, 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 as around you, these big bloated insects start to fly closer.
Nice.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What is the reaction of the trailer to all of this? Because it is quite wide and it has a big area, so technically it should be quite stable despite the quicksand.
That's better.
So it technically could be used as some kind of a place where you can... I mean, we're not going to get it out of there because it's definitely stuck with the wheels in it. But I don't think that it would sink, would it?
It is partially sunk in the ground.
But if we crawl to it and stand on it, it'll be a I mean, we wouldn't sink further.
Yes, if you stand on top of it, it's fine. When you start moving it, it's gonna probably sink a little bit deeper. So you got to figure out how to deal with that. But first off, you have to deal with the insects that are coming by. So this essentially was a bad encounter you guys came across, right? A landscape type encounter. So what flies by are a couple of bloatflies.
Oh god, I thought you were gonna say Cazador, so I was gonna cry.
What range are these things?
Bad.
Couple of stingwing.
These things are short range.
Alright, Nads will open up with his flamethrower to fend off his companions from the bloatflies.
Alright, before we do that, I want everyone to go ahead, since these things are kind of slow moving, everyone can roll the cool for their initiative, but everyone roll their initiative.
Roll what for initiative? Cool.
Cool.
Ouch. Everybody's presence is fucking incredible. We're all just disgusting, gruff idiots.
Alright.
I mean, at least you succeeded.
I mean, come on, like, the robot is the best looking one out of all of us.
The bloatflies come
What, me?
flying over, and they see Buck.
Oh, they see me?
And Buck, they come at you with their big mandibles to try to tear your flesh apart.
Oh, great. Jesus! Oh, I got one defense, by the way.
What does that give you?
Black dice to them.
Oh, nice.
Gosh, damn. I'm fucking dead, dude.
Give me a second. I don't know if I did this wrong.
Jesus. Holy fuck.
Oh, those are some mean ass bloatflies.
Give me a second. I might have did something a bit wrong with that. I think they shouldn't have what I think I put on them. Check real quick.
I don't think that they should have 5 fucking strength.
Well, it is.
Yeah, sorry, that was the.
It is 6 of them.
Death claw
Can
snap, by
we
the way.
just get more groups instead with?
Yeah, there's 12 of these things.
Oh.
Groups of 3, groups of 4.
Yeah, so it's actually you got swarmed by 6 of them. Buck.
Ooh.
Oof.
But yeah, they come in and they all kind of buzz at you to tear you apart, and well, they're probably gonna do a bit of damage to you.
Well, it fucking works though.
All right, yeah, they start swarming you, and they start taking off chunks of your clothing as they kind of rip into you. All right, who's next?
Oh,
you see one
I
group
thought it was
just
raw
swarm.
9 damage. Fuck. I forgot that I have soak
Probably
because I
someone
was
with a
like,
gun.
damn, almost dead.
Oh, almost that too.
Considering that, wait, the flames. Wait, how good is your
Like, can we
flamethrower?
move?
I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Can we move,
It
though?
is hard to move. You have to do an
You can
athletics roll
jump on
just to
the-
move, just to do a maneuver. And if you
You
fail,
can
well,
definitely
you fail.
jump on the trailer, but I don't think that you should go right now. Given, I mean, you should wait until they attack you, perhaps, because I mean, given that you're melee,
Probably a good idea.
I don't think you can really
That's
do
fine.
anything.
I said
So-
someone with a gun should go.
I have a gun. Nats has a flamethrower. Now the question is, who? Can you shoot these things just normal like, or am I gonna get blasted due to the fact that they're just like a bunch of bugs floating around?
Well, they're big bugs, so I'd think you'd take
Yeah.
them out just like any other minion.
Mhm.
Well, other than that, I'm engaged, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Well, there's two
You can't
groups.
exactly.
Once it gets to
You
you,
can't
once not,
exactly.
so.
Well, but if I shoot the ones that I'm not engaged with, I'm still gonna like. Wait, can I just do that? Because, I mean, that would be strange if I don't fight the ones that are attacking me.
Yeah, I'll probably give you a bit of black for not fighting ones that are essentially eating
I'm
you
gonna-
right now. So
Right. More important question is, you can't flamethrow them now because I'm being swarmed by them. So
well, there's 2
you'd
groups.
set me
you
on
can't flame
fire.
for one group.
All right, so I think that, well, no, Nads, you go first, and you flamethrow the ones that haven't gone yet. That's
Okay.
more important than me fighting the ones
Yeah,
that
they're
have
all in short
already
range right
gone.
now. So
All right, so Nads will try and torch the group of them that is not engaged with Buck.
All right. Nads is free to go because he has no penalties to movement. He is floating above this landscape.
Okay, so we're going
So Nads raises up an arm. You hear the whoosh of the flamethrower built into his body.
Can Nads go multiple times?
No. Nads, put in one blue because I did get 2 blacks. Put in 1 blue. And go ahead and roll.
Kills them all.
I don't know if he kills them all, but kill a bit of them. Maybe a couple. Alright. Drag damage over? No, drag the crit over. If that's what you want to use it for.
Turns
gonna kill one of them.
into overdrive.
Which one here? Let's see.
It's group number 1.
You'll never catch me, Mr.
Which
Krabs.
group is it?
Group 1.
Group 1.
Not when I shift into...
Group 0, technically.
Well, the one that's 0 is the
Maximum.
one that hasn't fought. So,
Overdrive.
I'm not sure if I selected the right one or not.
he actually did not, so we'll do it to the right one. There.
Okay.
And then drag the crit over. To kill one of them immediately.
Yeah, it's an auto death. Now, can I just say, I think that you know this already, but groups of minions like this have increased combat capacity depending on how many of the members are left. So, killing them will make those big dice pools smaller, which is important.
Now, dragging the crit over isn't reducing.
Let me do it then. Alright. So immediately you see Nads lit off a flamethrower and 2 of them just hit the ground. They just kind of float there. And they eventually kind of sink into the sand. But that same group goes and it goes after Nads because they just flamethrowed him.
By the way,
Actually,
Nads,
no,
you
the
don't...
bugs. They're going after Slevin. They wouldn't go after the robots.
You don't drag the triumph symbol. You drag the personal critical at the bottom left in those things in there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's the one.
All right, Slevin. Do any defenses you have or need to know about?
What do you mean?
If you have any
Do you have
defense qualities.
defense? Like, do you have
Jeez.
armor
Like,
that
I
gives
have
you defense?
soak.
Yeah, soak isn't.
Oh.
That's just damage.
Okay, I take 1.
See, now it's just 3 instead of fucking 5.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, who's next? So the bullet flyers are now engaging Slevin and Buck.
Yeah,
ahead,
okay, I'll
Slevin.
go. Yeah. Okay. Question.
Jesus. You're just gonna squash them like bugs.
Now,
I'm
Slevin,
gonna take them on a round trip to Philadelphia. 2 stops at Miami and Oklahoma City.
all right, put in 2 purple, Slevin. Don't roll yet. Put in 2 black because you are currently in this round. Go ahead and roll.
Is it still an athletic check for me to aim? You said for a maneuver, but that's not really, like, moving that much.
It would be difficult for you to move, so I would still consider that.
I'll say unless you spend an action to actually get out of this onto a better place, I'm
Okay,
not going
I'll
to
just
make
roll
it.
this. I'll just roll this.
You're still pretty beefy,
Wow.
although that roll was not that great.
Well, you still did a shit ton of damage, but at least you hit.
Yeah, that's fucking hell. Oh.
So, Slevin, a bit slowed down by the ground, does whack a few of the bullet flies. 2 more go down to the ground. Their bodies sink into the ashy sand.
All aboard, bitch.
Right.
All right, Slevin, pass your turn.
Can I go now and shoot the things that attacked me?
I
Lest that they fucking kill me next turn.
Or like
Wait.
damage. to everyone.
Isn't that
right?
AoE also gonna hit me though?
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck. It might.
Yeah, that's the.
Think so.
Mhm.
Yeah. Blast.
Question is, do I want to leave the group that is fighting me by disengaging them? Because I don't think that's gonna work.
Maybe.
Plus, you might not be able to move. You have to roll to get out of this.
Exactly, that's the risk. Like, I might try and then I won't fucking do it, so I'd rather just shoot them.
Yeah, do it. Kill them all.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my pistol, which has 5 front sights, which gives me quick draw,
Okay.
which makes it just an incidental to use it. And it's just a one-handed weapon, so, and it's shorter, so it's not that difficult to use
Still got 2
compared
purple.
to the hunting rifle.
Yeah.
Can't expect God all the way.
And put in 1 black. All right. Not bad, not bad.
I tracked that over to which one?
The one that has no number. So the base bullet flies. So I'm gonna call the ones that have no number pretty much the base. So. All right. So you blast one with your pistol, it dies. I'll mark down the ammunition that you used because I know it is limited.
No, it's not.
It's
I'm
not?
using the pistol, which is not limited ammo.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay.
The hunting rifle is limited ammo.
Oh, okay.
No, only revolvers are limited ammo.
Yes,
This is
hunting,
just a
okay.
pistol.
All right. Last leaves Vex.
So for blast, it says it's like an active that you use, and then so like if I shot the group of bloatflies, normally it would do like the damage that I roll.
I believe you need to
would-
spend advantage to trigger it.
Yeah, and then so would blast make it so in each one of them takes the damage?
Because the players are engaged, you're gonna hit whoever is fighting these
Yeah.
things. So.
Okay.
But you
I
don't
can
have
take
to
it
trigger
from
the
mine.
blast.
Triggers the blast though, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't
Yeah,
have to
you-
trigger it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I believe
I
if
can take
you
it
roll
from
enough
mine.
advantage and you still miss, when you have the blast property, you can
Yeah,
still spend the advantage to hit without actually hitting. But whatever, just
Oh.
don't hit me.
Yeah. Shotgun.
But please shoot the ones that are attacking me because they're still fucking
I don't know.
plentiful.
Okay, and then anything I need to add to that?
Put in 1 red.
1 red.
Because you could shoot me.
Yep, because you could blast him. Put in.
Why is that negative? No.
Put in 1 black,
Okay.
and then go ahead and roll. All right.
Thanks. 1 more shot left.
Were you gonna actually run out of ammo completely?
Almost. I had 10 rounds. Or 10 shells.
All right. Drag the damage over. Vex.
To.
Go on the base
which one
blood
is
flies.
that? Okay.
Fantastic. 2 more of them die from the shotgun blast. We now go top of round 2. Someone roll me a 4 staff, please. All right. Y'all start to sink further into the ground.
Oh jeez.
Bloat
Do you have
flies
40 foot of rope?
are gonna go after Buck. I'm gonna use our saved up boost to hopefully take his head off. Let's see what they do.
Can I roll a force? Can I flip a token to make that harder?
Sure.
It's 1 black as well. Jesus, what the heck?
I'm saving up
I have
the
defense.
advantage they got.
Good night.
Ooh, wow. All right. All right. Damn.
All the blues got nothing.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God,
It's amazing.
jeez.
It's amazing.
You got a lot of advantage though.
I thought advantage in failure cancels, doesn't it? Or is that just
They all cancel out.
No.
But he rolled no threat to cancel out the advantages.
Oh, okay.
So they get advantage. Wait, they get advantage, right? Yeah. So they can spend that blues on their other flight buddies.
All right, Buck.
Man.
As they swarm around you, you frantically wave your pistol around, and one of them smashes your hand, and the pistol tumbles out of your hand into the ground and sinks in the sand.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
Am I just just lost the gun completely?
Well, you can find it, but you have to find it.
Well,
Who's next?
I'd like to go again. How many are left in the
Why can you spend
base
3 advantage to disarm? Can you do that?
Yeah.
How many are in the
It's-
base
it's an option.
group?
Sorry, what's the question?
How many are in the base bloat flight group?
3 are left. If you look at so do you have the combat tracker open?
Melee or range?
Oh, yeah, okay. I see.
Yeah, you'll see in there.
Oh,
So out of the 12, there's only 5 left. So
yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the base bloat flies again.
all right, build the pool. You just saw one of the boat flies slam into Buck's hand, and his pistol drops out of his grasp. Put in 1 red. Because you're sneaking further, put in 2 black. And roll.
Yikes.
All right, you got 2 advantage. You can use that to pull yourself out of the ground a little bit if you want to. Go back to 1 black instead of 2.
Sure.
All right.
That's what I'll do.
Pass the turn. And the ones that are in front of Slevin are going to try to eat his face off.
Eat me. I dare you.
They're going to
Eat me,
use a point to upgrade it. Can they do it? Can they? Oh, no, they can't. All right. All right,
Nice.
so they're blocked by Slevin's armor.
I'll go. I'll take care of them.
Vex, what did you use your advantages for?
Getting myself out of the ground, so I only have 1 black instead of 2.
All right.
2 purple.
Put in 3 black, Slevin. 2's from the ground, 1's from my advantage. And go ahead and roll. Ooh, all right.
Yeet.
Okay. Fuck
Floor.
no.
Free
You
strain or something?
Smash him out. I'm giving you strain.
Can I kindly ask Nads to pick up my pistol?
Okay, if I can find it. No, it's.
I don't think that it should sink into the ground that extremely.
That far.
It's light and quite big, and it's not like it's moving around and wiggling.
It'll still be a
Should
roll,
just be-
but it'll be a fairly easy roll.
Okay. All right, I'll
You
go
can
then.
do it, man.
And so
Stefan,
you're
pass
gonna
your turn,
call
please.
out.
Because without it, I'm gonna have to waste a turn trying to get my gun out and everything. Well, I think it's a maneuver to equip it, but
Okay. So as Buck calls out for
Nads, get my pistol.
getting his pistol, Nads is going to float over there, thrust her over, and try to pluck the pistol up out of the quicksand.
All right, Nads, go ahead and build me a perception pool.
Not my best skill.
Everybody's in the same,
We can't see.
Put in
everybody's got the same thing.
1 red
You're all quite literally blind.
and 1 black. And roll. All right, you find it.
Nice.
Can you
Right.
can you use the 2 advantage to hand it over to me?
I would
It's a
say that
free
would just
maneuver?
be an automatic maneuver. I mean,
Yeah, it's
you know,
free
'cause
maneuver. Yeah, he could do that.
And then I'm going to use my 2 advantages to give Buck. Have you gone yet?
No, I haven't. Can
Okay,
he?
so-
Was that his action to do this, or?
His action,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
grab
my.
it. Yeah, it was actually
that was my
grab it.
action.
Alright,
And then I'm going
thank
to
you.
use my maneuver to hand it over to you, and then I'll use my 2 advantages to give boost to whoever's next.
Which is the only person left.
Yeah, should be Buck.
So now I have my gun back. Do I have
Ew.
to spend a maneuver to grab it, or?
No, he used that to give it to you.
Okay, then I will. Well, I'll shoot with it again. At all the things that are flying around me. With a blue this time, but I think another black for the sinking, right?
2 black.
Nice.
Another blast out. Drops a couple more probably. 2 more blowflies die.
Oh, but it ain't over.
Leave
one
in
left, I
the
think.
last one to try to suck his face. Although it's probably gonna be kind of hard here. Can he do it? No, he cannot.
You forgot a black for defense.
No, it's fine. He lost. I'm just gonna kill him because the 4 of you are gonna kill this guy very damn easy. So
Yeah.
we're gonna kill him.
Gosh darn.
Was there some cabling in the cart?
That's a brilliant
Or
question.
can we just get out?
I would
Eventually.
say there would be cabling in the cart. I won't have you use a point for that. Yeah, there's cabling inside the cart.
Okay, Nads is
Need
going
cables.
to go over to the cart and he's going to stretch out a
Before
length
that,
of cable.
because you are sinking, in this battle, everyone build me another athletics pool, please. Except for Nads. Nads can help out someone.
Right.
The difficulty will now be 1 red and 2 purple.
Since I'm closest to Buck here, as we ended combat, I'll just say that I'm helping Buck.
Alright.
Do I get a bonus since I already picked myself up somewhat?
Yeah, give yourself a blue.
He did unsync himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. All of you, go ahead and roll.
Terribly.
Oh my god, I made it out.
Alright,
Yeah,
next,
I got out.
next you pull yourself out. Slevin, you pull yourself out. Buck, you go under.
Like all the way?
Yeah,
He doesn't need to breathe.
he doesn't, so he's quite fine there.
A bit.
I'm completely fine. Can I stick my arm out at least?
Yeah. Can I help? Can I try and help him up?
Yeah, I get the
Right,
advantage.
can I grab
yeah,
the top
you go
head?
under, you stick your arm out. So eventually the one that's actually going to be bad here, because combat is over, would be Slevin. So yeah, so I'll just say it makes it easy. Eventually, you pull Buck out of the ground. But right now, all of you are on top of the wagon, which is halfway in the ground. So we need to see how the rest of you resolve the situation. All of you are on
Can I
top
just
of the
say
wagon.
something?
Yeah.
I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
Shut up.
Alright, greatest line.
Are you
Think of a
gonna-
plan while I take a piss.
Are you gonna start whining and crying?
I have a
missing your
plan.
mommy?
Why don't we? Why doesn't Nad use his flamethrower to sort of, kind of glass the?
Oh my god, you're a
Man.
genius. Would you even come up with that on your own? I don't think that
Could
Slevin has that idea.
Yeah, I don't think he has the brain capacity.
Nads is pretty smart. He's got a 3 intelligence. He might think of it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so do I. Okay.
Well, no, because
Yeah, no, Nas is pretty smart.
Slevin isn't book smart. He's street smart.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I believe that
Do you see any streets here, buddy?
He has two. He has 2 in cunning, which is the same as everyone else here.
Alright then,
Yeah,
buddy.
well, see, he's street smart, and we're in the middle of a bunch of sand, so I don't think it counts.
I couldn't hack a computer if I tried, but I could like tie
You
a
can
rope
hack
if I
it
needed
with a
to.
sword, your battle axe.
Like I couldn't like stitch a wound, but I could like.
Yeah. You have a different type of hacking that you do. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the group plan?
Use the flamethrower to glass the thing.
All right. In that case, Nads, I want you to go ahead and roll me in chat a challenge dice, please.
Oh, challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blank.
Okay. You whoosh the sand. I got no idea if the flames would actually make it glass, but we'll give it to it.
Heat it up quite a bit.
You don't extend the blast to maybe not glass it, but you do harden it. This kind of ash waste to where you can try. You don't make it glass hard, but you do make it much more firm.
Yeah.
So, what I want is pretty much 2 successful rolls from Slevin.
Successful rolls of what?
I want you to go ahead and build me athletics. Put in. Upgrade it by 1 because it was glassed or it was hardened. So you have, yep, all right. Put in 3 purple. Does anyone else do anything to help out?
Is there a way for me to copy that? Because I'll assume you want me to make that twice.
You can drag that into the hockey. That roll.
For the what?
You can drag that roll into the hockey.
There's the hockey?
At the bottom of the screen are a bunch of keys or numbers.
Yeah, no, I just saw. I saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can drag them there to do rolls.
Huh. Okay. Then I press.
Yep, just click it and a roll. You can't type. You have to actually press it.
Ooh.
Well, I just realized that I needed to that one first.
So you fill the first one. As you're trying to pull it, the ground actually gets a bit uneven, and the bottom of the wagon starts to tip ever so slightly with the distribution of the weight, and some pieces of the equipment fall off into the sand and just get lost. Let's do another roll.
Crap. Another what?
Athletics roll.
The same roll, the same athletic?
One more. Wait for 2 successes. All right. So eventually, after a bit of finagling and pulling, you're able to get the wagon truck bed out of the ground, but you did lose a box of pieces that was on it.
Oh no! I don't even know why we're keeping
pieces. Pieces.
Who knows what it was, but it is gone.
I don't even know why we're keeping this.
But with that, you have gone past a bit of the ash waste.
Can we make it a point not to try to do that again?
Yes, never again.
I think we have the combined intelligence necessary to, deduce that going on going down on soft ground is probably not good.
Well, to be honest, what else could we have done? Drag the equipment through a river?
Yeah.
Well, no, we could have gone right and because it's not that far away from where we walked down south, so we could have just backtracked a little and gone from a different angle. But
well, I guess so.
Okay, you don't have to insult my navigating skills, okay? Very hurt at this point.
Then we're gonna go up again.
All right. So the same thing.
Twice a day, right?
Looking for perception rolls as well as 1 survival.
Okay. I make 4 perception.
Okay, Nads will assist Vex with his survival.
Wait, why did we get a blue?
Well, I get
Why
a
have you guys?
I have a scope, and he's helping him.
Yeah.
Are you helping me?
I'm making a perception roll.
Then you're helping me, because I have a scope, so I get a blue for it.
Oh, okay.
And then you're helping me, so we
Get
get
another blue.
another blue.
Are both these hidden?
Yeah.
That's weird. I can't tell if they're hidden or not. Okay, we'll just go with it.
Well, you shouldn't have told us.
You're dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another way. It's not really that important because you won't be able to see my.
No, but
my
it's
rolls.
it's hidden for us. We didn't we don't see it. I mean, we see that they're rolled, but we don't see the results.
Right, you see the shadow.
We only
you don't
see the
them.
shadow of the dice.
All right. You.
Doesn't it tell
leave
you that
behind-
it's like?
Hmm?
Doesn't it tell you that it's in a dice
Yeah.
tower somewhere?
No, it doesn't. That's why.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me at
Well,
all. So
we
it
did
looks
it.
like a normal roll. That's why. But that's fine. I'll put in consideration. So you leave behind Ash Waste, and you go about 10 more miles. You see to your right, or sorry, to your left or to the west, is this very, very dirty, brackish brown-black water that is flowing slowly downwards, or south from where your current position. And as you're moving, you see in the distance a group of, I would say, scrap metal made buildings, one story high, that sit at the bank of the river with some small little wooden and scrap metal docks that kind of go out into the water.
So it's obviously post-war.
Yes. This would be post-war built. And you see there is someone that is on a chair rocking back and forth with a fishing pole in his hand. And it's just
He's probably
dangling
harmless.
into the water.
How much you want to bet he's dead?
Oh yeah, no. From the fact that he's fishing in brown water, he's probably either insane or dead.
or has been sitting there for, you know. Or he's a ghoul that just eats irradiated fish. Oh, I did not mean for this to happen. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I don't know why it keeps fucking throwing up 7 fucking things at the same time, even though I only typed it in once.
Buck yells a lot of times, "I love this!"
I did not. I only said it once.
But the thing is, he is
I did
rocking
not.
back and forth.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Well, how do we know it's not the wind? I don't know. Let's go up and say hi.
There's no wind. So,
Dead, we'll-
essentially, you see this is coming up. There's the only person you see. There's no one around that you can make up right now. And its only activity that has movement is this guy who's just rocking in his chair back and forth.
Can I just whistle? You know, like a... Not a wolf whistle, but you know what I mean. And like the loud one. The finger one.
Yes, you do. And the figure does
We
not
attract
take
everyone
notice.
in the area, we die.
Does not take notice. Alright, confirmed dead.
Speaking of which, did
Okay,
we
so-
ever learn what the hell the silhouette that was unmoving at the top of the antenna was?
No, you never inquired about it further.
Wait, you mean back at the thing, needle thing?
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. What the fuck is going
What are
on?
you doing, Buck?
I'm not doing anything. I typed it in once a minute ago, and it keeps reposting itself.
It's haunted.
It's haunted. That's the
Gonna-
only explanation.
All right, so what do you do? Yeah, this figure, he's rocking back and forth. He makes no notice of the noise. He makes no
Let's-
movement
let's
besides
loot him.
rocking.
Can I just
Loot it.
scream at the top of my lungs? Hey!
I already whistled at him.
He just rocks back and
he
forth.
thought, I don't know, you were calling for a dog.
I swear to God, if it posts in like about 3 million fucking votes again, oh, it's doing it again. But this time it's not a vote. What is going on?
This is quite literally amazing.
Well, anyway, it worked.
He's just chanting, "Loot the dead fisherman, loot the dead fisherman, loot the dead
It's a
fisherman."
vote.
Well, it is tied right now.
So, the structure that you said that we saw, is it in the far distance, like the wreck, or is it where this guy is at?
It's where this guy's at. It almost will look like it'd be one of his houses, one of his huts.
Okay.
Maybe he's deaf. Not deaf.
While they're messing with the fisherman, yelling at him, Nads is going to go over to the hut and see if there's anyone in the hut or...
Okay. So let's go and do the people that go up to the dead fisherman first.
Oh, that's gonna be me.
Not it.
Well, if he's a deaf fisherman, then I'm not looting him.
If he's a deaf fisherman, let's just, I don't know.
Make him a dead one.
Make him a dead
guy. Jesus, guy.
I'm a robot. I don't have morals. No.
I'm a super mutant. I don't have morals.
All right. So who wants to get close? Who wants to go up to him? Who wants to go closest?
I'm going up to him.
Slevin.
Sounds like a threat.
Slevin's gonna get the closest.
All right. Slevin, as you. Who goes with Slevin?
Well, I mean, all three of us, I think.
All right.
I want to ask a question. Do I see a shotgun next to him?
You do not see a shotgun. You just see a couple fishing poles.
All right. What the hell? I swear to God, it's not me.
Sure. It's not you, Buck.
It's not. I can fucking record this. Since it's repeatable.
That is weird. Alright. So you walk up to this guy. And then you step on the makeshift wooden and scrap dock. And it creaks under your weight, Slevin. In fact, with your three of you here, I want someone to roll a force die.
Oh,
I'll do it.
God.
Okay.
Hey.
It bends under your weight. Then immediately, with that motion, the rocking stops, and the man turns around. And he goes, "Ah!" And he falls into the water.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I know sign language?
No, you don't.
What?
He didn't hear us yelling for him, so I don't know. Maybe he knows sign language because he's deaf.
Well, yeah, he's deaf, because clearly. And you're scary big mutant, so he's got scared.
Alright, who was
Is
going
he,
to the
He
hut?
didn't hear us come up. He didn't
I'm
hear us
going
come up.
with what's his name?
Nads was going to the hut.
Alright.
Yeah, Nads was...
Can I?
I like to
Well,
go
I'm
with
just gonna
Nads
say,
there.
can you hear us?
He's in the water, dude. He doesn't hear you now.
Alright, so we're gonna jump scenes real quick to Nads. Nads, you go up to the hut. You see that it is, again, made up of just mostly scrap steel all around. Damn it, Buck.
I didn't even notice this time. Wow,
It's made up of
this is
scrap
wild.
steel all around. There is a door at the front that is currently closed. There's no windows, but there's flies buzzing around. There is a couple of weird crab-like husks that's at the door to the next of it. What do you want to do?
Nads will knock on the door with his pincer hand and... Hello? Is anybody home?
You knock on the door, and the door slightly opens up, so you can see the interior.
Okay. At this point, do I hear the yell?
Yes. But give me 1 second, because I'm going to give you some stuff, some information.
Okay.
Was it a ghoul, by the way?
No, it was a human. With very surprised eyes.
Actually, a good question. What are the chances that people in the wasteland would know how to read?
Not too many.
Very low.
Because it's just kind of like a understood normal occurrence in Fallout games that everybody reads, you know? But apparently, I mean, now that I think about it, who the fuck makes schools that like teach children how to read?
They can probably recognize basic words, if I had to guess, like around town.
Nice.
Like if they look at a sign, they'd probably recognize that it said "Raid Outpost" or something like that. But
right, at that point, Nats, you hear the scream. That splash.
Okay.
Is this water like? Is he dead basically?
Yeah, he disappears in the water. It's just so dark and murky.
Okay.
That doesn't answer my question.
So when Nats turns around, I don't see him splashing or anything like that.
Yeah, you hear the splash, you hear the scream, but that's it. By the time you turn around, he's already in the water.
He's not trying to swim.
But is this river like very strong and whatever?
Then in that case, since I hear the scream, I turn around, I don't see anyone who needs any assistance. I'm going to go ahead and enter the hut.
Okay. A couple seconds later, he breaks the surface of the water. He goes, "I can't swim! And he goes back in the water.
Not my problem.
But
if we help him, maybe he'll pay us.
Wait, Vex, did Vex go with Nats, or is he still with us?
I'll say I went with you guys.
As a synth, would I float on water, or would I sink?
Yeah.
I would say you sink.
Yeah.
I would sink?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're made of metal, so you're still a prototype.
I'm gonna... Can I... Wait. If I try to push Slevin in, would that even work?
I'll have you both give me brawn rolls.
Yeah.
Well, am I tall enough that where he is, I'd be able to touch the ground?
Well, you can't see how deep the water is, but he does break the surface.
I'm just gonna assume.
And then
but can he
goes
reach down enough? Can you reach?
I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna jump for him.
Okay.
All right, so Slime, you jump in the water.
Yeah.
You jump in, and it's waist high to you.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, he's on his back, trying to struggle.
It's waist high.
Do you understand us?
Let me go.
Recently deafened person, or he was sleeping, which was also
What are
possible.
you saying?
Are you friends? Are you friends? I need friends. I want
you
friends.
Do you speak language of English?
I speak.
Why didn't you respond to when I whistled at you?
You know.
Because I hear whispers all the time.
What you name?
It's not a whisperer, that's a whistle. That's
My name is Duke.
Nice to meet you. I take back land.
You don't have to talk like that.
I think we just leave him.
He's really stupid. Or insane.
Just leave him.
If I take you back to land, will you give me money?
Please rescue me. I'll give you some caps. I have some caps.
How many caps?
Do you have fish?
Do you have caps?
What do you fish for then?
I'm looking for meat and friends.
Meat with a fishing pole?
Okay, he's insane.
Do you want to be my friends?
We can be your friends if you give us bottle caps. Give us 100 bottle caps. We be friends.
If you be my friends, I give you bottle caps. I need friends. I want more friends. I need more friends.
Okay.
More friends. Less friends floated away. They weren't fun. They were not fun. No, they floated away. Do you float away? Do you float?
Okay.
Will you float?
Do you eat people?
No. Or do I?
You
no.
do not.
Why would
eat
you
people.
be concerned about that? You eat people.
I'm not concerned about that. I'm just thinking maybe it's a way that we could connect.
Oh, you're just looking for a loophole to kill him because he's an asshole?
So, Nads, you hear a conversation out front now.
Okay.
I don't want to kill him. I just want to make sure he's not going to kill us.
You inspecting more of the interior,
He is
Nads?
not mentally stable.
Yes, I'm
Very
going to go
obviously
ahead and
not mentally
continue
stable.
inspecting the interior. See if I can figure out what's up with what I saw in here.
I take you back land, okay? Okay, dude?
For a second, typing up stuff to Nads. He's inside the house right now.
I tried to whisper back to you, but apparently, since this is non-core, I can't whisper to you.
It should be /whisper GM. Should still work.
No, I tried it, but it pops up a response that says, "I'm sorry, whispers from players currently doesn't work. Only GMs can whisper to players at present. This feature will become available at a future time when the rule set is layered on top of core RPG."
That's weird. Do it in Discord then.
All right. Okay. All right.
I don't feel good about looting this guy. Unless his mention of friends floating away was him killing them and throwing them into the damn river.
Probably.
Exactly.
Right,
Why did we all instantly go to that conclusion?
I'll evaluate what I see in here. And
I'm just gonna make sure
go back to
the
the
way
other
he's
guy.
speaking.
Okay.
He mentioned, "Oh, he always whispers to me."
Okay, so you'll
I'm like,
see
he's
Nads
not
exit
meant to
the hut and start to float towards a group of you.
I want to see Nats
I'm
unceremoniously
gonna take him
just
back.
shoot him in the
You
head.
could be such a good fishing pole.
I'm gonna take him back home. No, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm gonna question him when he has no control on where he moves.
I don't think this is necessary.
I need more friends.
whispers
Will you be
to
my
you?
friends? Will you be my friends?
Why do you need friends?
For company, of course.
Why don't you
mentioned
find
earlier
someone?
that someone whispers to you. What's that person's name?
Duke and Doot and Dupe. Yes, they're friends. They're good friends.
What are they telling you to do?
Can you tell me where they are?
They're inside. We're just having a good conversation.
Wonderful. I'm gonna whisper to you guys.
I can't hear you whisper.
No,
Your
we're like a foot off. Oh, right.
No,
You can't
No,
actually hear me.
in real life, buddy.
Then just pretend that I'm whispering. This guy's not mentally stable. Let's just pretend there are people in there because they're definitely gonna be in.
Hey Duke, what are the people in your head telling you to do?
They're not people in my head. They're inside the house. They're telling me to have more friends. I need more friends.
Nads, are the people inside the house dead?
Am I there now?
Yeah, you're out front.
Okay.
Nad, there were people in the house, right?
They're dead, right?
Nads saw heads in the cabin. I do not think they are talking.
All right, Duke.
What do you mean they're not talking? Of course they're talking.
How did you find your friends?
They found me. I was here fishing, and they came by. We're good friends. And right now, they say you are very, very rude. Let me go.
Did they wave guns at you in a friendly manner?
No, they came like open angels, open arms, ready to be picked up. We're really good friends.
How far out?
Sometimes good lovers.
How far out can I walk that it'll still be below my arm?
As you walk further out, it gets deeper and deeper.
I know. So, like, how far away am I from the door when it
probably about 15 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna drop. And I'm putting him out of this.
You gonna? So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to drop him out there because he is not. I do not feel like that would be safe around him.
Are you just killing him right now?
I'm
ask
putting him out
for
of
caps first. What do you mean?
Well, get him to give us caps first, then you can kill him.
Yeah, God.
What if he hid them somewhere?
Exactly. We want the secrets.
Fine.
All right, Duke.
I won't.
All right, Duke. We can be your friends, Duke.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Don't listen to them. They don't know what to say. I'll be your. Can we go see Duke and Duke?
And Duke. Yes, they're inside. We're getting ready for a nice play.
Ooh, what play?
They haven't told me yet. I don't know. But they said it should be ready soon.
Exciting. We'll go back inside. But I'm going to be holding on. I'm going to be carrying him like a baby, not letting him down.
I'm flying! Woo! He does motions to fly. You go inside the cabin, and they're in the middle. It's sparsely furnished. There are fishing poles along one of the walls. There's a shelf, and there's a table in the middle of the cabin with a candle that's kind of steaming a little bit in the middle of the table. And there are 4 chairs at each end of the table. It's got a square table. On the seat of each chair is 3 human heads and 1 ghoul head. They all face the center of the table.
You only mentioned 3 friends. Who's this 4th?
Oh, he's kind of shy. And then he points to the wall, and there's about 6 more heads lined up.
All right.
Oh, it's a party.
Good night.
So, how did your friends lose their bodies?
Oh, they don't need it no more. They didn't want them. They make good company, though. Yes, I'm getting ready to make some food. Of course, Duke, be quiet. I will make them ready. Can you let me go? I want to make you some food.
Can you give us some money? Can you give us caps for helping you get out of the water?
No, you get caps for being my friends.
I am strong.
Okay.
Can
I roll deception here?
Nads is going over to the bed and he's grabbing the shotgun, so the guy can't grab it.
Okay.
Noise.
Hey, that shotgun looks just like mine. I have one too. It's really nice. I call it Teddy.
Hey.
Wow. Our shotgun will be Teddy as well.
Oh, the brothers.
Yeah. That's why they look so similar.
Hey Duke.
Yes.
Your friend told me that you can I roll this? I have deception, by the way, if you need me to roll it. Your friend told me that you keep your bottle caps hidden under the stove.
Did you now, Daisy? Why would you say that for? You're such a sweet lover, I know. But no, you cannot go with him. You're with me, Daisy. You're with me to the day I die. And I might die today. I think I died yesterday. But no, Daisy, you and me will be the love and romance for all eternity. And then we will have children. And our children will also have children. And our children will start a farm. And that farm will be splendid. Then we get more crabs. And with the crabs, we can eat until the day we die. But then we will come back as children again with the mud crabs and the people. We will be mud people with crabs. And then we will have a magnificent play for all eternity. And with this play, we will watch the crabs become into
I'm shooting him, by the
Yeah.
way.
No, wait, no, let me
It's
keep going.
entertaining.
This is interesting. Yeah, I like this. Is this the play?
So when is the play gonna happen?
No, what do you mean?
It's gonna be right now. Right now. Sit down. Sit down. Here, let me move out of the way, Georgie. Here. He goes to one of the heads, he picks it up, and he sticks it under the chair. Here,
Well,
sit down.
I
sit
need a
down.
very big.
I have no chair for you. Sit down. Okay. He gets down on the ground, cross-legged, and he just looks at all the heads on the shelf. He goes, you need to look. You need to look. He gets up and he goes to each of the heads on the chairs. Now it has 2 heads, and he points them all at the wall with the shelf of heads.
I'm gonna. I don't like this guy. I'm gonna ignore him and start looting his entire hut.
I'm gonna watch the play.
Okay. He goes, this is my favorite play. He's just watching the wall and just laughing.
I'm gonna laugh along.
This is a human?
Yes.
I'm gonna laugh along with it.
Can I roll to loot? Just like in front of it.
He's just picking up all
That's
the
a very
stuff.
bad idea, buddy.
Well, what can he do? Nads already has a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is entertaining. I want to watch the play.
Watch a play.
I'm not stopping you. I'm just looting myself.
Yeah, but he's gonna stop them.
No.
Nah, I don't. I think he's too engrossed by the play.
The play is pretty good.
The play is really.
I like it. I think it's a very original play.
Does this look right to you, Hursk?
Give me a second. I'm putting some things you can easily find.
Oh.
I'm going to wait and see if, and as soon as he starts clapping, I am also going to clap.
I hope you don't put in like 6 heads.
Fine. 6 more
13
heads.
heads.
Hey, dude, when this play's done, want to see my...
You cut out. We don't know what you want him to see.
my axe?
See your ass? No.
I'll let your eye get a real good. I'll let your eye get a real close look.
Gah! As it cuts his head off.
Chop him in the face. Oh my god, he's
Nice.
putting in fucking heads in there.
Okay, what you see in the party sheet is there.
Alright, can I do a more thorough scan as well?
Cool head, human head, fishing pole, crab head, a bottle cap, with impact, Nuka-Cola, Ireland.
Like rummaging through chests and if he has
Yeah,
any.
this is what you find.
There's nothing else here.
No.
7 fishing poles. 8
Alright.
human heads. 2 dual heads.
8 human heads? Woo!
7 fishing
Even worse.
I'm gonna ask Duke if the play is almost done.
No, let's just get started. We have intermission in about 3 hours. Yes.
Oh, 3 hours. Okay, I'm gonna get up, grab my axe, just kill him.
Whoa.
Oof. I'm gonna take the bottle caps. I'm gonna take the Mirelurk meat, and
No, actually, I'm gonna make it a little more fancy. Hey, dude, I've got something even cooler than this one. I'm sure you've seen it like tons of times.
What?
I want to set my cool thing.
What do you have?
Well, we gotta go outside. It's outside.
But the play. It's rude to interrupt the play.
Well, I know it's rude, but I'm sure they'd understand. They're great friends.
They are great friends.
I'm
Billionaire Charm pool.
I can tell just from how. A what?
Charm pool.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna go great.
Good night.
Put in 2 purple. And then 2 blue for being with his friends.
Because I am. Person.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, you're one of his friends. How sweet.
No, it's rude. I can't leave. I need to finish the play. Intermission coming soon, and then I can go outside with intermission.
Can I try a charm? Say it would be
Wait,
amazing.
actually,
I see
wait,
this
hold
one
up.
before, too.
No, wait, hold up. I'm shooting one of the heads.
No!
Thing.
You're a horrible person.
I want to see what he does.
You
That is
deserve
going
death.
to get him so fucking upset.
Yeah, come on, just let me take him outside quick. Come on.
No, it's too late. I'm shooting the head.
You're a
Okay, so
horrible
you blast
person,
one of the
I hate
heads?
Yeah,
Okay.
with my pistol. Just gonna shoot a head.
Whoa, what are you doing? You just killed one of his friends.
Ah, Kenny! You bastard! And he charges you.
I'm gonna grab him and I'm just gonna say, hey, calm down. I'm sure it was a mistake.
He is kind of like in a crazy rage right now. So,
Can I stab
we'll
him in the
make
head?
this easy. 'Cause he is crazy. Go ahead and roll me, Buck. Roll me your agility.
My agility.
Good night. Someone's done for.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. So you see him just charging at you. What do you want to do about this? He has rage filled his face with tears streaming down it.
Throw him into my hand. Or my
I'm not.
nipple hand.
Can I?
I'm gonna say, don't kill him.
Why?
Just take off a limb. Just take off a limb. Just like his arm. Just throw his arm. down my
What do you
claw.
mean? Why do you want to cripple this guy?
You
I'm
just
just gonna
stop
shoot
it.
him. I'm just gonna shoot him in the head.
You guys are a bunch of murder hobos.
Well, I mean,
I
someone said don't
personally
kill him.
want to make him be happy in the final moment.
Well,
No,
that-
I'm gonna
that
shoot him in
means-
the head.
Yeah, that means Buck being dead. So I don't know.
Can I shoot him in the head, or
If you want to.
I do want to. It just like I'm just confirming that if I do shoot him in the head, nobody's gonna be upset about it.
I'm gonna be a little upset,
I'm gonna
but I'm
freak
outnumbered,
out
so
and scream.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Bill's
Alright.
one of my friends.
I'm shooting him in the head.
Do it.
All right.
Oh, that's a cold shot, actually.
Yeah, it's called shot. Put in 1 purple. And roll. All right. You love a blast with your 45. Goes through his head and he just collapses to the ground.
Got
Oh,
him.
why did you kill dude?
He deserved it.
I mean,
I wanted him to be happy in his final moment.
I wanted him to be. Well, do you think that all
he
of these
definitely was
heads
happy
were
in his final
happy?
moment, that's for damn sure.
Do you think that all of these heads were happy in their final moments?
Ooh.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved any better than they did.
He's sick.
I'm pretty sure that he killed all of them. I don't see any other explanation. I mean, what do you go looking for corpses and then bring their heads back?
Out of character, I'm guessing they were probably
Maybe.
corpses floating down the river, and he was lonely, and so he gathered them up. And
That's what he picked up.
right, I'm just guessing that out of character.
I'm gonna guess that in character.
Nads does not understand. This does not compute.
Wait, are you saying is your robot circuits being sad right now? Or
How do heads have a play?
Oh, this guy was insane.
That's how, yeah.
Ah, yes, insanity. Nads understands now.
Well, can we search his house more?
Absolutely. You have his house, and you have the second hut a little bit downwards.
Oh.
Oh. And this is where we learn he has a wife and child.
And that's why you don't murder hope. Be a murder hobo. Or you should.
Well, I mean... Well, it was either that, or we just leave. Well, I don't think he was a... Okay,
Right. I'm going to add the 15 bottle caps to the credits, because that is now... Well, you think it's more, so we'll put 250.
I want to come off as an asshole who just indiscriminately murders everybody, but like if there's a slight chance that someone... Well, he deserved it if he killed any of these people. Even if he didn't, it's kind of disturbing to fish out dead corpses floating down the river and then cut their heads off, but... I mean... I don't know, it's Listen, if we're gonna start a town a little bit up north, I don't really want this guy sifting through our garbage.
Fair enough. That's reasonable. I like that one. That makes sense. I wouldn't like filth like this doing that too.
Let's start the cabin.
Perhaps you can use this.
Ooh, is there any?
Oh yeah, there's the shotgun. Oh, this got shotgun ammo. That's really nice, and it's got a single shotgun. Can I grab that single shotgun? Well,
What is limited ammo? Okay, so let's do this.
It is limited ammo too.
I take all of the ammo though.
What are the stats for this? Oh, there are stats for it. Knockdown, blast 5, limited ammo 1. I'm gonna grab it. Yeah. But it's a single shot weapon, so you gotta reload it every time.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it takes an action, right?
No, it takes a maneuver to reload.
Oh, just maneuver.
I think.
So you can't
check. I think it is a maneuver.
I don't think well, you can't, either way, you can't aim with it.
It would be a little much if it was a...
Yeah, I mean, you can't move around. But it's a good personal defense weapon in extreme situations, so I will take it. I mean, unless somebody else wants it. But I have a pistol, which is okay-ish, but...
I wish I could have a pistol, but it's probably not a great idea because I suck at them.
If you don't have good, like, whatevers, then I don't think it's a good idea to be shooting around things.
I am real good at melee weapons. I'm kidding.
Nads, do you have a radio and like a walkie-talkie inside of you?
I don't believe that is in his stats. I don't know, it'd be up to her.
Yeah, I don't think we have them. I think they're pretty rare, if I remember correctly.
I have 2.
Ooh.
Where'd you get radios
I
from?
Radios?
Well, walkie-talkies, they're not radios. I mean, they were radios, but... they were in the starting sheet. They weren't that rare, and they were pretty cheap, so I just got to.
Well, walkie-talkies, it's probably... I'm pretty sure walkie-talkies can hook up to each other, and they don't...
Yeah, I mean, they have a range of like a mile.
Yeah, they're rarity 6, so you can actually get them right now.
Wait, they are? They are?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, the maximum is rarity 5.
You said... Well, you said we could get rarity 6.
No, I think you said 5.
It's supposed to be 5. I made a mistake. It's supposed to be 5.
Walkie-talkie is...
I'm looking right now. It is rarity 6.
Oh yeah, it is. I didn't notice.
I think none of you actually got rarity 6 equipment. In fact, I think I looked.
Well, that means I got 50 bottle caps back then.
Yep.
Well, that goes... Ooh, I killed my entire sheet instead. This thing goes away.
So that's what you find inside the first hut.
I don't know how to kill it.
Kill what?
Right
I don't know how to remove it from my
Oh, just right click it.
Right
delete
click on it
item.
and then
No,
the
it's a
phone
delete
drops
item. I was closing the window. Um. Well, disregard what I was saying then, because it's fine. Now, can I grab some ammo from you, Vex? Like, I don't know, a shell or two. I don't need more. I only need
have
like
one left. There's 7 there. I'll take 3 of that. You can have the other 4 though.
Oh no, I only need like 2. I don't need
Okay.
more.
Oh, take 2 then. And then how can you take like only some of it though?
Well,
You
I
can't
just-
just increase it on your sheet, and then I'm gonna delete it from here. So I'm gonna delete the 7 shells from here and just record it on your sheet correctly. So
Oh wait. Where inventory? Oh wait, actually, yeah, never mind.
are you good?
Yeah.
So we're
You took
taking
2
the
right?
Mirelurk meat and Nuka-Colas for later stim packs as well. There's 3 stim packs, dude.
Ooh.
Oh, that was
don't
from
need those.
was
actually
from
that was from the facility.
Oh yeah, that was from the facility. Who needs the stim? If Slevin needs the Slevin, you can take the stim packs.
Well,
because
you need them too,
Okay.
don't you?
I do. I can take one.
people. Ooh, speaking of which, can I heal some wounds by eating him?
Oh my god. Well, now we're
Yes, if
literally
you'd like to eat them
reaching.
too.
We're reaching. I don't think the heads are like usable anymore.
I mean, eyes.
Not at
No,
all.
not eating the heads, eating Duke.
Yeah, but you could also eat, you know, the heads. They probably have some protein in them.
I'm not gonna eat the head.
You could eat Duke,
It's
yes.
probably been there for quite a long time.
So you're missing out.
Okay, I'm gonna eat Duke.
Okay, so you treat this impact. Just go ahead and heal yourself for 5 wounds.
Ooh.
Can we take the fishing poles and put them on the wagon?
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, they never disregard. There's no fucking fish in this river.
So fishing poles are cool.
Well,
We
in
know
fact,
there's
can the
Mirelurk.
wagon,
He's
can the wagon
abs-
turn into our vehicle
can bait
so
my-
that we can
bait
like
Mirelurk.
carry stuff in it?
Wait, what do you say?
Can the vehicle be the wagon
It
so
is.
that we can?
Okay.
So I'm gonna delete
so
what's
can
not
we
taken
just
pretty
keep the
much.
stuff in the wagon? Instead of you removing it, can we keep it?
Yeah.
Keep the stuff in the wagon?
So I need to put in the radio equipment.
In that case, can we search second hut?
All right. As you go outside to go to the second hut, you open the door, and it's actually very, very wasteland equivalent clean. There is a badge, a sheriff's badge, on the wall, and next to it is a drawing that a kid has obviously done that shows a guy, a woman, and the kid, and there are 2 graves inside.
Yeah, he went crazy by the death of his family.
Well, I think that's a little far-fetched. because-
3 people in the
nice.
photo, 2 graves.
No, sure, that was his family, but like drawing the assumption that he literally fucking went crazy because they died is, you know.
And then
You don't
coming down the river, as you are all kind of going through this, you see a body floating down the river.
Ooh, can I try to fish it out? No, I'm kidding.
Fuck.
Actually, yeah, can I use the fishing rod to try and fish it out?
Disgusting.
Build
Horrible
me
person.
a range light pool.
Can I eat it? The new
Actually,
catchphrase,
can I use-
right?
Build me a sanity pool.
I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat the freaking thing. I'm actually gonna use my
You
grappling
what?
hook shot.
Oh my god.
this image is just I don't.
Give me one purple. Because he's technically
Naz-
prone, give me a black. Go ahead and
Naz is a
roll.
little disturbed by this display of organic
Damn.
behavior.
Oh, well, he
Yeah,
missed.
you miss.
Oh,
He
God.
just floats on down the river.
Yo, what do I roll to try to catch it with a fishing rod?
It'll be the same thing, range light.
Okay, wait, range light. I can catch it with yeah, sure. Well, I need to. Oh, can I use my pistol for this because it's the same roll? Or...
Yeah, that's fine. Put in.
Okay. Yeah,
2
for the
purple?
same roll. I thought you were saying like, oh yeah, can I just shoot him to make him come towards me?
And then 2
No,
black.
for the roll. Too black to use the
It's a bad
fishing
fishing
pole.
pole.
Can I aim? Can I aim?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
I aim real hard.
You snag a body.
Oh, fuck.
Barely.
No, this isn't just for laughs. I actually have a reason for this because I want to see what happened to this body and why it's floating down.
Well, I want to see if this is a really old body or fresh.
Well, listen. My question is, if we're gonna start we don't know what the shipwreck is gonna be like, but if we want to start a settlement there. If we want
it's obvious someone lives there. Someone's gonna live there.
You think this comes from the shipwreck?
It's possible.
Well, possibly.
It is likely, but I mean, this is a long river, right? By the way, which way the river comes? Up, down, or left, right? I mean, right, left, or left, right?
He said it was flowing south.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
from your current
flowing
location.
south.
All right. Well, can we do some basic investigation on the body?
So you bring the body over, and as you do, it is very fresh. Oh, it's relatively fresh. Honestly, it's left like an hour ago. It is fresh. In the back of the head,
like
there is
a
a
So
bullet hole.
within weeks, you mean?
Within probably a couple days.
Oh wow.
It came from the boat.
Back of the head,
You
there's
should
a
have
bullet hole.
Raiders.
It could have come
Okay, this was an execution.
It could have come from other places too. It didn't have to
Well,
be from
whatever
the wreck
it was,
itself.
it was an execution. So I think best idea. We assume there's tons of raiders on that boat.
Who's ready for a hostile takeover?
Me?
What way did the tracks go from Mesa again?
South.
They were
North
south,
Dakota.
so
That was
completely
never
opposite
mind.
direction.
Not those raiders.
So the corpse, does it look
White
like
Silver
a normal settler? Does it look like a raider? Does it do we?
He doesn't wear raider clothing, which is all the spiky bits and whatnot. He seems actually relatively clean, which is weird to say because of the water. But what makes it different is the fact that he has a shaved head.
Slave, probably.
No, he's wearing clothing. He's well built.
Okay.
He's not emaciated. He's well built.
What are the chances he's wearing a Volt
Deserter of a
jumpsuit?
But here's the thing: on his clothing, there is a image of a dog's head on a patch on his shoulder.
So this
Maybe
is a
some
group.
turf war? Oh shit, dudes! See the wild dogs on the map?
Where?
On the map, there's a bridge.
Off to the west of the wreck.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Huh.
That's probably where it comes
Well,
from.
yeah, but
And it does flow the right
does
way.
it mean like that? That probably just means that there are wild dogs there. Not that that's a tribe.
This guy
Maybe.
literally has a patch of a dog on his jacket.
I mean, it could be literal wild dogs, or it could be a name of a gang or something. Or
Exactly.
check it
Who
out.
owned the proverbial
After
bridge?
our village thing. Or something.
I don't think it was them, but
What I think, all I think that we need to do is we need to go with the assumption there is a raider.
I mean, we don't have to assume that. It's safe to do some recon first before we go to the wreck, but
yeah, I mean, we'll just proceed cautiously. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if it's not in the wreck, then it's somewhere up the river, and that means
Yeah.
that we're gonna have
If it's not in the wreck, that's
hostile- Yeah, but we're gonna have some neighbors regardless.
Yeah.
Which means that we're probably gonna have to take care of them if we want to settle down here.
Whoa, that sounds like some hostile words. We are a peaceful community.
They just executed the
We
guy
already,
in cold blood.
Just because he
That's
had
not-
mental problems.
No, see that's before the community.
That's for the community, by the way.
yeah.
By the way, inside the shack with the little memorial, there is on the tombstones a toy truck and a locket that is currently closed, and then you have the badge on the wall with the picture. All of them look to be the locket and the badge seem to be in very good condition.
I'm gonna pin the badge.
I take it first. Fuck you.
No, I said it first.
I said it like 20 minutes ago.
Who?
Fight me.
Wait, did you?
Who's gonna be the sheriff of our new town?
Oh, actually, wait. Buck might be good at that. I'm more like a medic. Fuck,
Who
that makes a good
is
point.
The sheriff type?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the shit. I'm gonna pin the sheriff badge.
It is
God damn it, you
sheriff.
I am not a leader.
You win this one, Buck. So it made a good point.
The sheriff badge.
As the only human representative.
Yeah, okay.
Quote unquote human. I think. Can I open up the locket?
Oh, you're just gonna get more depressed. I don't think that's necessary.
The locket is closed.
Smash it.
Yeah,
open.
can I open it?
Yeah, smash it open. Come on.
Go to hit the hinge thing, and it won't open.
Okay.
I shoot
he's
the locket.
already dead. I'm gonna crush it under my heel.
Whoa, I'd like to
No.
see what's in there, actually, please.
Only reason I'm opening it is due to the fact that I'm wondering if the picture of the dude is in there, and wondering if maybe
Don't just smash it. I can help. I can try to pry it open. I have like
fine,
a knife.
pry it open.
Yeah, can I try to pry it open with my like?
I can shoot it.
Require
can
a
use mechanics.
skullduggery pull, please.
Skullduggery. Do I get a bonus for that knife?
Skullduggery, dog. That's cunning though, but.
Skullduggery, the dog.
Can I pry it open with my?
Put in. You have any bonuses you can put on this?
Streetwise. That's not
That's not streetwise.
Paw hand stuff.
This is skullduggery.
Oh wait, what?
That's
You
streetwise.
did wrong pool.
I
Lex.
don't know what you're talking about.
Skullduggery.
All right.
Under resistance.
Yeah.
Above
Vex,
stealth.
with the needle, with the needle
Everyone.
implements, go ahead and put in one blue.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, back.
Now put in 2 red and 2 black.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
And
what?
roll.
Fuck.
You can't get it open.
I'm gonna say maybe Naz should do it because he's got a yellow.
Yeah, do it, Nads.
Why the fuck does Nads have skullduggery?
He has
Because he's a
everything. What
hacker.
don't you have, Nads?
He's got
He's
a
a
rope.
hacker. He's a hacker,
No,
so
Naz has
Skullduggery
skullduggery because
picking
he's
locks.
a rascal.
Yeah, goddamn.
Okay, what difficulty am I adding
That's a
here?
ras-
It'll be 2
What
red
the fuck is-
and it'll be 2 black.
Oops. Hold on a second here. 2 blacks.
Oh, I wish that was the roll.
Okay. Alright. And this is cunning. Not okay.
Oh shit, he
Hey.
did. His circuits fucking burn again.
He's real good at everything, but every time he tries to do something, he just breaks
you
down.
can hear him get frustrated,
Right.
and he starts wearing like.
He's very intense. And
Nets, you get the locket open, and immediately there is no picture inside. Well, let me rephrase it. There's no human picture inside. On one side of the locket is a picture. Sorry, the whole thing I'm reading. There's no human picture. There's a picture inside. It is made up of a stacking of red and white bars, and on top left is a blue square with stars in a circle with the E in the center of it. And then on the other side of the locket are a bunch of numbers.
okay, so this is
Isn't that the enclave symbol?
Yes.
Oh boy, was he part of the enclave? Now I'm not. Now I don't feel bad killing him.
Would Nads know this, or is this common knowledge, or is it?
By lore, I don't know how
probably
common
common
enclave
knowledge
is.
now. Well, because it's a year after the enclave has been a big thing across the United.
Yeah, I mean like.
Yeah, because they were kind of hunting you guys. So I say yeah, you would know this is enclave. You might have heard about them. You might have heard about like the symbol, the flag of the old United States. I can't remember what it's called in Star Wars, it's called something else. But yeah, you know about the Enclave. This is the Enclave block.
Okay. And the numbers, they look like coordinates or something of that nature? Maybe a frequency? Or
Can't quite tell. They're just a bunch of numbers with some dashes in the middle. Could be a lot of things.
Operative name.
Nads will record these values to his memory banks. Do you actually have them, or is it just something you're going to say?
Let me make it an inventory item now.
Hurst?
I'm gonna take the locket and I'm gonna wear it.
Hurst?
Yeah, give me a second. What's up?
So the sheriff's badge. Can I make a meme with it where I treat it as armor and say I were to be shot and brought into unconscious by exceeding my wounds threshold? Can I use the sheriff's badge to flip 1 token to be brought to max but not pass out? Because the bullet hits the badge and it gets ruined then. But
we'll put consideration.
All right.
So let's just hit him with it out of nowhere, like, oh yeah, light side point, that bullet actually just hit the badge and bounced off.
Well, no, that's only if that shot would have knocked me out,
Yeah, that's what I mean, like.
So instead of taking,
Yes.
I would still be max on wounds. So the next one is gonna get me no matter what, but it's that one extra. I'm putting that on.
Oh. I'm gonna take Enclave locket.
Okay. And another thing you notice is when you click the flag, a little port pops out at the bottom that looks like a small key.
Was there anything that was locked in that area?
Locked where?
I don't think this goes anywhere here.
Yeah, it's not like it's not a key in the sense that's like a door key. Think of it as like a USB stick type thing.
Okay. So
think of this as one of the 3 keys you need to turn on the nuclear football.
And I think that is where we're going to wrap up today's game.
Nice.
All right, and in the stream.